Bang
Oh,
bang into your mouth. You know you wanna.
nice save.
I don't want to get copyright striked.
I see where you were going at first, and I'm glad you shifted.
Don't you want to bang bang into your mouth? You
um,
know you want to into
what
your own. I don't know.
if I could?
I
I can't take credit for this joke. If
what
I could, I
it's
would never leave the house.
it's I know that's a Jesse J song and like a bunch of other people. But I don't know the lyrics. I just know it's we're gonna bang bang ba 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 ba.
Oh yeah, you know
I
you
should
want
look at
it,
the
bang
lyrics.
bang
You
all
know
over
you.
you. So something something. Anyway,
Everybody gonna bang to something.
we are bang banging all over you today on this Talk Tuesday here on the Experience Point. We always come in hot. We always come in horny. Like I don't know
Hot
what it
and
is because we catch up a little bit, like with personal stuff, a little bit beforehand every week, and it's never that energy. It's like as soon as we go live, it's like dicks and balls and butts and tits. Come on down and get your fix.
Come on down to get your fix.
Yep, and that's a wrap.
Where's Gilmer?
I was just gonna say. Well,
Oh, that's fucking funny.
we have to have some kind of joy in this this world of ours. So hopefully we can provide that for you this week.
So the actual lyrics, by the way, are "Bang bang into the room. I know you want it. Bang bang all over you. I'll let you have it. Wait a minute. I'll let you. I'll let. Wait a minute. Let me take you there. Wait a minute till you And then it turns bang bang. There goes your heart. Back seat of my car. Yeah, they're. So we were right on the money. We were just more overt.
Yeah, I like that song when it was in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, and it was boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Spend
It's
the
like the
night
aqua version
together
of
from
bang bang
now
into your
until
mouth.
forever. Anyway, now that we're copyright struck from the internet, it has been 2 weeks since we talked last, since we talked on Talk Tuesday. How has your fortnight been? And I do mean Fortnite.
Never played it actually, believe it or not.
I got
I
peer pressured into it a couple times and I couldn't stand it.
my last 2 weeks have been fine. Some good personal, some bad personal. A lot of obviously a lot of fucked up political shit that I don't feel like getting into tonight.
Oh yeah.
A lot some stuff that hits a little closer to home, which we talked about off mic. But other
Yeah.
than that, um, playing some new games for the podcast. That's been
Nice.
fun. I'll go into that when it's time. Um, reading a new book, which I actually you know what, I'll tie it in right now to I teased it at the beginning, like off mic, that I'm doing a callback to something from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And if you remember 2 weeks ago, we were chatting about like the diversification of media now, and how because everything is so splintered, there's not really any more, there's not a monoculture anymore, for better
Hmm.
or worse. Like I that's a larger conversation. I actually saw a video on Instagram earlier today where it's like maybe we missed the 90s not because of just nostalgia, but because everyone kind of was on the same page. So like when you went to school, you all kind of had like communal touchstones in terms of, you're all watching Friends, or you're all listening to this, Britney Spears, or you're all you know what I mean, like there's so much out there. You don't have those big communal touchstones, with the exception you get like real like gigantic stars, your Sabrina Carpenters and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
anyway, uh so Jimmy Doom was
Hey.
talking about how like he will purposely look at other, like he will, if his friends are cool with it, he will look at their Instagram algorithm just to see like what are they seeing, and like get recommendations from their media from there.
Yeah.
Um, and that led me to want to do something. I've been reading a lot of books lately, as I've been talking about. Wheel of Time. Hey, what's up,
Speak
Jimmy?
of the doom.
There he is. Um, been reading Wheel of Time. I think 2 weeks ago I was talking about Narnia, that I was reading the Narnia book.
Yeah.
Um, and so after I did finish that Narnia book, and after I was finishing that, I was going to read The Hobbit. That was the plan.
Hmm.
Well, I decided to kind of take a page from Jimmy's book, and I decided, instead of like going with the next thing that was on my list, I asked my wife, like, "Hey, I've just finished this Narnia book. I want to read something else. I was going to read The Hobbit, but I want to know what would you think I'd be like? What would you think I would like? Let me take a recommendation from you instead of me constantly picking my own bullshit.
Nice.
Why don't you tell me?" So she recommended a book that I'm going to share right now called
50
The
Shades
Queen
of
of
Grey.
Tear.
No.
Yeah, The Queen of the Tierling.
Oh, okay.
It is it's a book about book about this girl named Kelsey, but spelled Kelsea, like Kel and then the word
Okay.
C.
Like Chelsea, but Kelsey.
Yeah, yeah, Chelsea, but with a K instead of a CH. Um, so so it's about a girl named Kelsey who is raised in the woods by these two, like, by caretakers, not by parents,
Hmm.
by caretakers, and she is to be the next queen of the Tierling. Is the name of the kingdom.
Huh.
Um,
Sounds
her
fantasy.
her mother was assassinated
Damn.
when Kelsey was still very little, and I guess her uncle, who is the regent, has been like in charge of like maintaining the kingdom, but she also is hunted. She's like you get the vibe that her uncle doesn't want her alive, and you find
Hmm.
out later on he definitely doesn't. Not that he's tried anything so far where I'm at in the book, at least overtly tried stuff. He might have. I think they've touched on that he may have hired like mercenaries that have chased her in the book, but I don't know if that was him. Like, it's still just an assumption that he is the one that hired them.
Hmm.
Anyway, um, so what's really interesting about it is that you would like the way that she envisions her mom is like this beautiful regal queen who, was kind and benevolent. And while there is some truth to that, uh she learns a lot of things about her mother that she ends up not liking. I'm not very far into it either. I'm probably like a third of the way through. Like,
Hmm.
I've read about a little less than half.
Yeah.
I'm right there. I still have this other portion to read. Um but her mom, from this is extremely mild spoilers. I don't think this ruins anything, but her mom, you get there's a conversation in the book where you learn that her mom was a good person but not a good queen.
Ah, okay.
And Kelsey, one of the things that you kind of get the vibe is that her mom sent her away to protect her, but also the people that her mom put in her to take care of her, in charge of her, trained her to be a queen, like teaching her like history and understanding diplomacy and alliances and the politics. And like they also teach her like some outdoorsy type of things so she can like take care of herself. One of the other things that's interesting is that they describe her as extremely plain. Like, she's not this beautiful queen. They talk about how she's like very unremarkable, like not ugly,
Huh.
but just very unremarkable. Like people don't. It's almost like you when you look at someone and you have like no emotional reaction to them.
Yeah.
It's not like, "Oh, that person is beautiful," or, "Oh, that person's ugly," or anything like that. It's just, "Oh, that's a person," which I
Plain
think is kind of
plain
very
is such
plain
an
Jane.
old school like period piece way to describe like how someone's looks.
But she doesn't use it. She doesn't use the word plain a lot. She finds the author Erica Johansson finds a much better way to describe it.
Hmm.
Um, it's really cool so far though. It's like, but so she uh is learning how to be queen through them, and then on her 19th birthday it's time for her to ascend the throne, and that's where the book begins, is when she's getting picked up by the Queen's Guard to take her to the city of New London, where she is going to be raised to have her coronation to be queen and everything like that.
So
um
is there a fantasy aspect to it, or is this just kind of like a
it is it's kind of sci-fi fantasy, and the reason Plain Girls, I'm here for Boeing back.
here for the Boeing baddies? Jimmy Doom is always here
Coming from the top rope,
to get it
bang
on.
bang right into the
Talk about a joining the Mile High Club.
yeah, right. So it's like sci-fi and high fantasy, because high fantasy because there's knights and there's an evil witch who's like the leader of the nation to the like next to the Tierling, who's trying to take over the Tierling, and there's political stuff with that. Um, and like there's kings and queens and regents, and so like and there's so far there's no like fantastical creatures, there's no like elves or anything like that, but
Hmm.
she wears like a magic pendant, so like there is some high fantasy stuff in it. But you also get the inclination that this takes place far into our own world's future.
Yeah.
Like they found another continent. They talk about how like there was people that came from Europe and America, but they clearly something must have happened because they like our society has regressed.
Yeah.
And to the point where like they one of the reasons medicine has been so bad is because all the they I guess they even they call it out in the book, but basically all the doctors died on their ship went down and they
Jeez.
all died.
Oh my
And
God.
someone calls it out in the book like, why did they put all of them on the same boat? Why did they not spread it out? And apparently there was like it was something along the lines of like they needed to travel with like there was a logic to it. I forget what the reasoning was, but it is what it is.
Putting all the doctors on our transport ship Titanic 2 was maybe not the
Right.
best idea.
So yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. Like I'm really enjoying it. The reading itself is much easier than Wheel of Time. Like
I can
it's
imagine.
it's not as dense. Like Wheel of
Yeah.
Time, it feels sometimes unnecessarily dense. And I think part of it is like Robert Jordan puts a lot of descriptions into his environments. This one it doesn't do as much. It's like the characters are a lot more interesting. And um there's I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't read it because they're like the way they split up the book is into like there's like within the book there's like three different distinct sections where they label it as book 1, book 2, and book 3. And I it started book 2. That's like the page you can see, like just
Yeah.
shortly after that. But yeah, it's really fucking good, and it's been fun to chat with my wife and kind of talk about like um like what she remembers from when she read it.
Yeah.
So it's been cool. So I say all that to like kind of circle back to like I kind of took the advice from last week. I tried something that was eventually going to be on my to be read list, but I decided to bump it up because my wife suggested it, and it's been pretty cool.
I
Pretty
love
cool so
that.
far.
That's such a cool way for you guys to connect too. Like
That's why I wanted to do that.
yeah,
That's one of the reasons.
I feel like with me and Polisa, it's just like there's so much that we have shared, um, but then so much that we have each in our own like lanes. Like we just finished, and I can get into something that I experienced. We just finished this Korean drama, actually a period piece as well, that she showed me, and it's called "Love in the Moonlight," or it's had two translated titles. The one is Love in the Moonlight. I think that's kind of boring, but the one that she knows it as is called Moonlight Drawn by Clouds. And it's a really good it's long. It's 18 episodes that are each an hour. So we watched like 18 hours of this like Korean drama
Jesus Christ,
period
yeah.
piece. Yeah. It's been going on since like we started it late last year. And we're not
Okay,
like
so you didn't like binge it. You're pacing yourself.
no, I can't. We couldn't stomach the binge because it's too sad. It's just too. We cry every episode because something's beautiful or enraging or super sad, depressing. But it's really good. It's like kind of a typical girl falls in love with a guy not knowing he's like the crown prince of I think Korea back then was called Joseon. And there's a ton of political intrigue, like kind of Game of Thronesy, like backstabbing stuff going on, and she's hiding in the palace. Like she kind of pretends to be a eunuch, and so she's going around
being like, I don't got a penis.
yeah, she's like, I'm just a regular
She's not
guy,
wrong.
just like you all. Meanwhile, she's like super petite and absolutely like one of the prettiest people you've ever seen. Everybody's like, wow, that guy is so pretty.
That's a really pretty man.
Yeah, and when people start to suspect things, they're like, is the king gay? Is the prince gay? Because he's always hanging around that one really attractive eunuch. But does she defeat the Huns? Yeah, it's very Mulan. There's a lot of Mulan. It's like Korean Mulan.
With a rocket.
Yeah. How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you. Um,
That's a great movie.
that's my favorite Disney movie. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of great characters. Great, the acting is incredible, and the cinematography is stunning. Like, oh my god, the
Mm.
way it was shot and the music and everything. I was a little hesitant at first. I was like, I don't know. Like, I could maybe do like a period piece or a melodramatic Korean drama. And I was like, I don't know if I can do both in one show. I don't know if it's going to be able to. But it worked. And I was super into it by the end. And she was like all excited because she's never like, she didn't have anybody to like talk about that with. Like that has seen it. And she's like, I never thought you would
Yeah.
like it. And I'm like, that's how I felt when I showed you like the Alien franchise and you like loved it. So we go around and we,
I think sometimes you need to step out of your comfort zone, man. I think
yeah.
that and I apologize if I'm looking down a lot. I got a cool email about a potential guest for the podcast, so I just wanted to double check that when I emailed them that I didn't make a mistake on something. So sorry.
Nice.
Continue,
Oh
but
man, Kid
I
Rock
just want.
finally got back to you.
Fucking.
I
I
know.
can go fuck himself.
I know.
Fucking
Um,
shit him. Fucking.
fucking
Bullshit.
dickhole. But yeah, so we finished that. That was really good. I'll make a review graphic for that at some point. I'm really far behind on my.
You got I've been seeing your review graphics for shit that we talked about 3 months
A
ago. I'm
long
like,
time
my
ago.
dude, you gotta catch up to this because otherwise I'm looking at this like, oh shit, did he go see Flo again? I'm like, no, that was the concert from like 4 months ago,
Yeah, it was like
probably longer.
I think it was December, so it was a couple
Oh, that's
months.
not too bad.
Maybe November. Now that I think about it, I've been like, I have them like I have a list of them, and I have them in two groups, and one is like the non-time sensitive ones, and then the one is the time sensitive ones because I don't want to like, however long it's going to take me to get through the stuff that I've seen months ago. By then, when I review new stuff, it'll be out of relevancy. So then, like, if I see something new, then I bump it up to the top, which keeps pushing everything else down. So, I don't know. I've been trying to like bang those out, and I'm starting to catch up. But yeah, I'll do my best.
You should slate like you should try to prep like five so you could do like one every day for a week.
That's what I
Just
do.
like knock out five in a row.
Yeah, I try to do at least 3 a week. And on Fridays is usually my editing day, so I'll do all my YouTube stuff, put all the stuff up here, make the thumbnails and the titles and stuff for that, make some graphics. I did some review stuff this week. I shared another little thing for Bite the Shark, some more of his
I
art.
saw that.
Yeah, that I got done for him. I hadn't revealed yet about his head kind of coming off. Like if you
I don't even think I knew that.
yeah, I don't know if I said anything about that. And that was partially just for me coming, like, me being, not being able to come to a conclusion of, like, do I want him to just be a shark? Or, like, and just go full on Sonic OC? Or, like, do I want some other kind of weird thing for him? So, oh, Jimmy Doom says Bite is 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
That means so much to me. My son, I love him so much. Look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. But yeah, so like he has the shark head, but then like the shark mouth can kind of open up partially, and then it's kind of like he has a hood on that's like the shark head, and then his eyes stay in place, and they're like the LCD kind of like Metal Sonic robot eyes. And then it can come completely off, and he's just got like the baldy head with like it kind of looks like a hoodie with like the teeth rimming the hood. But yeah, it's super cool art. Oh my god,
Very 90s, and I mean that as a compliment.
yeah, that was intentional.
Like very 90s Sega.
So thank you. Deepest bluest, my hood is like a shark fin, or whatever LL Cool J said. I have no idea what that reference is, but I'll take
Probably
it.
a lyric from LL Tool.
Oh well, yeah, but I don't know.
He also wasn't LL Cool J in the Deep Blue Sea movie or whatever the fuck, or was that a different? Guy?
He was in one of those shark movies, yeah. Deepest bluest, my hood is like a shark fin. So last week, yeah, I had I gave you the night
Yeah,
off.
he was in Deep Blue Sea. Sorry, he was in the 1999 film Deep Blue Sea.
Nice. Yeah, I gave you the night off last week because I had a friend on. My friend Bryce, aka Spicy Brycey, came on. Who I would tell you his social medias, but he has very wisely sworn off social media.
What are you talking about? It's not like it's a poison to our society.
Yeah, I hate that we kind of have to use it.
I like it for its intended use, which should not be politics. Like,
Yeah.
I think any politics being pushed on it is dangerous because it turns into echo chambers.
Yep.
When you're doing video games and like media, there's still going to be problematic shit. But anyway, that's with that said, I talk about every week, almost every goddamn week, when that Amanda's Mild Takes account that I
Oh
really
yeah.
like, and she would not exist for without social media. So I don't know. I'm of two minds with it.
That's true.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Please continue.
I mean, just like the internet at large, there's great things and
yeah.
terrible things. But yeah, so Bryce came on and he was like, so I met him through my friend Cece, who has been on the show to talk about Okami before. And we met at MagFest 2 years ago, and then like hung out because Cece was there, and so Bryce was hanging out with her, and I was like, he was like, "Yo, like, how's your show and stuff and your podcast and whatever." He kept calling it a podcast, which was funny. I was like, I guess it sometimes is. Like if you choose to only listen to the audio when we do Talk Tuesdays, I guess it's technically a podcast. On YouTube I call it a vodcast because there's video, but it kind of is. But I was like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to have more people on in 2026. That's one of my goals. So if there's anything that you like want to talk about, do an experience share that like you're super into, I'd love to have you on. The spiel. And he was like, yeah, let me think about it. And then he texted me and was like, so I kind of thought of a topic, and I was like, word. And he was like, what if we talk about difficulty in video games? And I was like, obscure, but I'm kind of down to talk a little more abstract. And so he came on and we just talked about like, it started off pretty straightforward, and I won't spoil anything that's like in the episode, but like, because you should go check it out on YouTube. The conversation moved into like, what is difficulty in a video game? Is it like, my take in the moment was kind of like, I see difficulty as anything that's an opposing force to the player. And he was kind of like of this mind that like it can be more nebulous than that, and it's like basically any content or features and mechanics are difficulty. And the conversation gets really interesting. But we talked about
I don't know if I agree with that. If you can run and jump and not do anything, and not die and face no consequences, that is a mechanic and feature that is inherently not difficult. It is just pressing a button, unless you want to talk about the physical act of pressing the button being the difficult part, which then God bless you, every video game is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'll have to listen to it because I think if you go that nebulous, then you kind of lose the meaning a little bit. I don't know if he went that nebulous. I'll have to listen.
Yeah. Wow. Haha. The hook, line, and sinker. But yeah, it was interesting, and he made some points that I was like, okay, I could actually kind of see that. But we talked about, it was so funny because I was like talking about, fighting games, and we talked about your favorite video game of all time, Dark Souls. We talked about he brought up a game that you love, I genuinely love, which is Celeste. He talked about Hollow Knight, which then became that's his favorite game of all time, which then inspired me to play that the following day on Wildcard Wednesday.
What's your thoughts on it so far? I saw you stream it, but I didn't get to hear any of your thoughts on it yet.
Yeah, vibes are immaculate. I'm just love. Have you played
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't like it, but the vibes are. I'm not going to debate that. The vibes are immaculate. It's some of the coolest atmospheric game. It's one of the coolest atmospheres in a game I've ever played.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
That's so funny that. I don't know if this isn't a thing that you like about it, but that's more. I like this atmosphere in the same way that I like the atmosphere in Dark Souls.
The Dark Souls is generic high fantasy, so it doesn't do enough to stand out to me. Versus this is like a bug world, which is inherently much more. It's so different than what's. Like, Dark Souls feels like it's based off of, like, every high fantasy thing you've ever seen. Hollow Knight, I don't know what it would be based off.
Yeah.
A Bug's Life. Like,
I,
you know, like there's not like
yeah.
it doesn't there's so little to compare it to versus Dark Souls. Like throw a stone and you'll see like a high fantasy game even prior to Dark Souls becoming like a super popular like genre.
Yeah. I think it's a lot more. I know you didn't play through a lot of Dark Souls, but it goes some really interesting places that are very I think unique too within the genre of like, yeah, it's fantasy. It's been done
The
before in
enemy
similar
designs are
ways.
very creative. I'll give them that. Dark Souls has super creative enemy, like visually creative enemy designs.
Yeah. Oh. Jimmy says that's the wildest Dark Souls take I've ever heard. Are you talking about mine or Josh's? Because Josh has a lot of hot takes about Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is dumb, and people who like it are dumb. No.
Wow. Reductive.
No.
Uh,
I go straight for for generalizations.
I don't like it, and that makes you stupid if you like it, because I something that I don't like. I used to work with a guy who legitimately sounded like that.
Dude, I at least with Dark Souls, I do have to force myself to not feel. I feel that way sometimes, and I don't like that because I know it's wrong. I know that is not a correct take on it, but sometimes I think like I said, I've tried it so many times, and it's just every time I don't understand the hype for it. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's we've had that discussion ad nauseum. I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yeah. Somebody watching is like, did I already watch this episode or
I know.
3 or 4 times? But yeah, Hollow Knight. The art direction, especially like it being like this dark bug world, is just so rad. The
Really
music
cool.
is super cool. I hate Metroidvanias, but I still found like when I started, I was like, oh, fucking Metroidvanias, I don't fucking. And then by the end, I was like, I'm starting to like get into it, and I'm like, okay, like I'm remembering now where to go. And I was like, okay, despite it being a genre that I don't typically like, I mean, I like action platformers. You know, I just played Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance back to back, so I'm in that headspace.
Sorry, real quick. Jimmy just texted me. He's got a picture of the Dark Souls role playing game.
What?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on, I can't see what I'm. Let me try to block out his name.
Oh yeah, his legal name is actually Jimmy Doom.
Yeah.
His birth name. Nice. I would take a crack at the Dark Souls role playing game.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it has fair checkpoints.
Yeah. Speaking of that, yeah, another
that is the exact reason why I did not like Hollow, because I like Metroidvanias. I like the genre. That's my exact reason I did not like Hollow Knight. It's the same reason I don't like Dark Souls. The checkpoint system is fucking bullshit, and Hollow Knight makes it worse because the map system is awful.
Yeah, you had to buy. I had to like farm the money, which I don't know what they're called, but I've been lovingly calling them dingleberries. So I was like, my first episode on YouTube just went up, and I called it "Oops, all dingleberries." But I had to like farm a bunch of money just to get the things to show up on the map. I was like, what? You got to buy the map, and then you got to buy the thing that lets you put tokens on the map where the save points are. You got to buy a thing that lets you update the map when you go to a new room. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
And the worst part is that even when you buy the map, if you explore a place that's not on the map, it will only get updated when you find another map guy.
Yeah.
For him to, and I'm just like, my dude, like it's a maze, and you're not letting me map out the maze.
Yeah.
Like, if you want me to do it old school where I have to get like a fucking pen and graph paper, fine. But like this is not the original Metroid from 1980 fucking 6 or 7 or whenever year that game came out.
I know.
Well, like we've had advancements since then.
Yes.
We don't waste players' times by making them have to jot out the map. So don't make me explore a maze to hope that I fucking find a guy.
Yeah.
Or if I can't, I have to find my way back out of a fucking maze just so I can draw the map again. I really,
yeah.
I'll let you keep talking. I'll share the spot that killed the game for me.
Oh, okay. So I agree. I feel the same way that you do about that. And I'm like this about some things. I hate that in Dark Souls. I hate the run back to the bosses. That's so annoying. Um, I don't like it, but I do think it's the right choice for this type of game. Like, it's supposed to feel desolate and hopeless and difficult. This is why we got to talking about that, because we were talking about difficulty. Which I will say, something I gotta toot my horn a little bit. I don't know if this is considered a feat or not, but I beat the first boss first try, so I was like, oh, sick. Usually that doesn't happen. Well, I found like a boss that I don't think I was supposed to fight yet, and I died immediately, and I was like, okay. And then I found like what I think is the proper boss, which is like the false knight, I guess, is this big guy with a hammer that's just like
I don't remember. I will try to play it again at some point because I like Metroidvanias, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it's so funny because the things that the things that would get us both to play this game are the opposite things. Like, I like the action platformer. I like the kind of desolate feel, like, and that feeling of, yes, oh my god, I finally beat this boss. But I hate Metroidvanias. You're like, I like Metroidvanias.
I think sometimes I get annoyed with people like, oh, it's supposed to be like challenging because it's the vibe is desolate and moody. I'm like, that's just an excuse to be unfair to the player. Like, it's just an excuse to be cruel to players.
Yes.
And I don't like that. I think that is, I don't want to say it's bad game design because it's not. They picked an aesthetic and they're building the game design around that aesthetic, that hopeless, that this harsh world aesthetic. But I think that really, every time we have a discussion about something in this like topic, whether it's Soulsborne or whatnot, I think I end up coming away with like another realization about myself as to like like learning more about my dislike of it and like where it's coming from, and it's not, and I think that really kind of nails it for me, where it feels like when I play these games that 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 idea of like game is meant to be difficult. Nowhere is safe. You're never safe in this game. And to me that just feels like an excuse to be a piece of shit to the player. That's honestly how it feels. Like it there's no, I understand there can be challenging games with a lot of difficulty and whatnot, but to me it's harder for me to get into a game when it feels like a game is purposely wasting my time and not for any other reason than to be a dick.
Yeah. I think that's the point. Like, I don't like it, but I think
to me that I don't understand why people like that. I think that's what it boils down to. I don't understand where people get the satisfaction from that, if even especially when they know that's what they're going for. Because to me, you're wasting my goddamn time. I don't have time. I work a full-time job. I'm a parent. I run a podcast. I do all, like, and I'm not the only one who has a busy schedule. I actually have more free time than other people do. But like, so don't come to me saying like this game is like, we're going to design this game purposely to waste your time because no part of this world is safe. You have to feel that pressure. I don't feel the pressure. I just feel anger. I feel like I'm just wasting my time.
I think that's part of it. I agree, but I think that's part of it, and I think.
But
that
why
they did
is
it on
that
purpose.
enjoyable to people? Like, what? I guess for you, what about that is enjoyable?
The overcoming the difficult odds. Like having all of this facing you and being like, oh my god, this is so difficult. I'm dying immediately. This is just crushing difficulty. But then you find that you get better and you do everything right and you get through it and you're like, oh my god, I did it. Like, that was harder than some other games' final bosses, and I did it.
But you can do that without being a dick to the players.
But then the vibes, I think would be off. I don't know.
But then the vibes are bad. Like, because that's just, I
That
don't know.
see, that's where you can't.
That's subjective.
It's
I
not
know.
for you.
It isn't. I'm sorry I get so like worked up about it. I guess I'm trying so hard to understand why it's so popular.
Yeah.
And every time I do, it just I don't see enough redeeming things about the game to understand why it warrants such a popular reaction.
Yeah.
Like, why it's so popular. Like, there is not enough in the game to me that makes it, that warrants the fanaticism that these games say. Like Dark Souls, I at least kind of understand because there's so much lore in it, and like there are people who love to dive down lore rabbit holes, and I know
Mhm.
Hollow Knight for to an extent does as well. I believe there's a pretty deep amount of lore in that
Seems
world
like it
too.
from what I've seen so far.
Um, I don't know. I don't get it. And I think I'm mad because if I can, like when you say you don't like RTS games, right?
Hmm.
I can understand. Agree to disagree. It's not your cup of tea. I totally get it. The vibe of playing it just doesn't feel right to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. The gameplay mechanic itself is not fun for you. But like I like action platformers, I like action games, I like I like combat games and stuff like that. You know, stuff like I like action adventure games, and Dark Souls is an RPG action adventure game. I should like this game,
Yeah.
but every time I try to play it, this game does not want to like me. I guess I don't know. It just I can't. I can wrap my head around someone not liking something or liking something that I dislike, but all those times I can usually see why the person likes it. I cannot see why people like this,
Mm.
no matter how hard I try. And I think that's where my the when I get worked up, I don't want to quite say anger, but definitely like a little hot and bothered.
It hits some,
Um,
yeah, it definitely hits some buttons for you.
it hits a nerve, and and that almost makes me more mad because I'm like, why am I getting mad? Like I don't
Yeah.
get it. It doesn't make any sense, and I know, and I'm sorry I've hijacked the conversation again about Dark Souls.
It's okay.
Um,
So
but
what I'm
sorry,
hearing
continue.
is you didn't like Hollow Knight. Um,
I liked it more than Dark Souls.
yeah, yeah. Um,
I also thought the basic enemies were like way too annoying to take out because
mm,
like they take a lot of hits, and I understand the boss fights being difficult, but like part of the fun of Metroidvanias is like free flowing traversal. So
yeah,
and you can't really do that in Hollow Knight at first. I mean, I'm sure there's people who can who get really good at the game, but like you can't really do that because the enemies take so goddamn long to take out.
yeah,
Like multi and I it feels counterintuitive to me to what a Metroidvania is known for, like free flowing movement and exploration. And this game actively deters you from exploration by making the map hard to do, and it actively deters you from free flowing gameplay by making the enemies hard to kill instantly. It just there's too much contrast.
hmm. I think. I mean, I got kind of into a little bit of what I would consider like flow state from somebody playing it for the first time. I got into like a good rhythm of like, oh, okay, well, these guys, I know they don't attack right away, so I could just jump and like bounce off their heads. If you strike down in the air, you can kind of like bop off their heads and just run past them. My issue with the combat was every time you hit an enemy, there's like this bright orange, like glow flash thing, and it covers the enemy, so then it's hard to see where the enemy is after that. And it's like, that was the only thing that I found annoying. I just had to be like really careful with like I wish there was like a little bit less of like a hit spark. And I love a good hit spark, but like when it deters you from taking your next hit, I found that kind of annoying. But overall, like aside from the traversal, I am really liking it.
That's good.
I don't know if it's one that I will keep streaming because it's like I don't know. Like I haven't. I don't think I've streamed a single like Soulsborne style game. I beat Dark Souls before.
God bless you.
Yeah. Well, I think that's because if I did, would feel like this has got to be so boring because people are watching me do the same boss fight for 5 hours. Like,
Oh, and such a good game. Same boss fight for 5 hours. Fucking stupid.
settle the kettle. Um, but yeah, like, and I beat Sekiro by myself when I was a stream. Like, I beat Dark Souls before I was a streamer, and then when I played Sekiro, and I was like, I don't want to stream this because it's really difficult. And I don't know if somebody just wants to watch me die a bunch of times or get lost in a Metroidvania like Hollow Knight. When it happened to me in Shinobi, I was getting like self conscious. I was like, oh my god, I don't know where I'm going. Like,
Oh, who cares? Just play a game if you want to play it. Who
I
gives a
know,
fuck what
but
like people there was a streamer who literally had an audience for watching him explore every single nook and cranny of Breath of the Wild for every Korok seed.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't have to worry about monotony. If people want to watch it, they'll watch it. And dude, I'd watch you play Dark Souls, and I hate the game. Like, it'd be fun. Dark Souls is fun to watch. I'm not going to deny it. I just don't understand the passion for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep streaming it. You guys can sound off in the chat and/or comments if you're like dying to watch
I
me
might
play
give
more.
the game another try.
Um,
I feel like eventually it's going to click with me. Same with Dark Souls, in all honesty, but Hollow Knight I think would click with me sooner because I like Metroidvanias. But
What?
the for me there was a boss fight. I don't remember which boss fight it was, but the checkpoint before the boss fight, I remember vividly because I had to do it so many times. You like go go up a screen and to the right a screen and then up a long like vertical shaft type of thing,
Mhm.
and then you get to the top, and then there's a boss where you like fall down into a big room and it like I forget the name of the boss. It's a really big boss though. Like physically it's a big boss, and I was getting so frustrated because you would die, not understand the mechanics at all because you just ran in there, and then you have to do the whole thing over again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It once again, I don't mind if a game is super challenging, but when the punishment is wasting time, that I just have no patience for. Like, I want to be able to practice on a boss. I don't
Yeah.
want to spend 10 minutes running back to a boss every single time. I mean, especially when like a game that is known for its challenging boss fights. So that leads me to believe that I'm going to be dying a lot on it, which leads
Yeah.
me to believe I'm going to spend more time traversing to the boss just to practice on it than actually practicing on it.
Yes.
Which, once again, I will say is bad game design.
I disagree that it's bad game design, but I do agree that I hate that as well. I hate that. But for me, once you finally get through it, despite all these challenges, it's like a high that other games just can't touch for me. Anyway.
I'm trying to think of the last game that like gave me that, like where I got so mad, and then when I beat it, I was like, yeah, let's fucking go, because like I do have those experiences. I do get that emotion of like that satisfaction of like beating a tough boss fight. In all honesty, Metal Gear Solid was one like that for me. Like,
Oh, the first one.
those boss fights, yeah, those boss fights were bullshit. Some of them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like
I always had a hard time
But
with Vulcan Raven.
that was a tough one.
Yeah. What's the hardest game
but first-
you've beaten?
That I've beaten,
Yeah. Like ever.
probably Celeste in terms of straight
Okay.
difficulty. But Celeste that's tough though, because people talk about how hard Celeste is, and it is, but I never had that. Like, it never felt, how can I put this? It was challenging, but it never tested my, that's a lie. It did test my patience. But like it wasn't, I never minded the test of patience. The test of patience didn't feel like a challenge. Like, I felt like the test of patience wasn't debilitating. That, like, it was more like, I remember like getting stuck on a screen or on an area over and dying over and over and over again, and I'm like motherfucker, I'm getting madder and madder and madder.
Yeah.
But it's just driving me to like do it. Like, I know I can do this. Versus, I think the reason the satisfaction never has come for me for the Dark Souls, or in turn Hollow Knight, is I never feel like I can do this because I don't think the game does anything to prepare you for it, which I know is the vibe. But if I don't feel like I'm gaining any meaningful knowledge from attempts, like, then it just feels like I you know what? That is what I think I've nailed why I don't feel satisfaction for them. It's because I feel like I do it by accident every time. Every time I've beaten a boss in Dark Souls, the few times I've played it, and Hollow Knight, because the game makes it so hard to actually practice and gain skills on those specific bosses, I feel like I lucked into defeating. I feel like I didn't earn the defeat or earn the victory. I feel like I just kind of kept pushing at it until I found a couple dodge rolls in the right time or whatever it may be. Like, yeah, it feels like I found a way to cheese the boss fight, and there's no sometimes there's a satisfaction in cheesing the boss fight because you understand the mechanics so well that you can break the game.
Hmm.
But that I've never felt like I ever broke the game, like understood the mechanics well enough to break the game. And the times I have beaten the bosses, it just feels like it's an accident. It feels like I did it in spite of myself, as opposed to actually doing something impressive.
Huh. Yeah, I do think there's like
That's where it comes from.
that's that's I think that's a valid point because I was kind of talking about
I,
this with. Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll finish my thought afterwards. I've already talked a lot.
I had kind of mentioned to Bryce. I was like the issue with games like that for me is I can get to a point where I'm like I am no longer feeling like there's like a diminishing returns. Like after a
Hmm.
while, I'm like I just want this part to be over. Uh, and it's like you go up and like at the more difficulty, the more there's like a relative, the higher the difficulty, the higher the payoff. But then when you hit a certain point and you're just like, can I? It starts to go downhill. And you're like, can I just be done? Can I just be over? Like I'm over this. Uh, and that's where games like that lose me, where I'm just like, fuck this. Like this is not fun anymore. Like I've died 100 times. Like I'm not learning anything. Um, I had more moments like that in Dark Souls than Sekiro, though. I think there's more in Sekiro to.
Interesting.
There's more tools, I think, in Sekiro, and it's also more on like Sekiro is more on timing your parries to mitigate to instead of getting hit. Like you're gonna get hit in Sekiro, but it's like uh, clashing swords versus like avoiding. Like in Dark Souls, it's just dodge roll all over the place to avoid the hits. In Sekiro, it's like timing your parries to like when you get hit, you're not taking damage because you're parrying, and it just
Hmm.
feels so damn cool. It feels much cooler than like, oh, I dodged out of the way in time, which is why I like that game a lot more than Dark Souls. But I think you were gonna say something.
That does sound more interesting at the very least. I still don't. I'm always wary of FromSoft games just because of my history with them. Like
Yeah.
I've tried Bloodborne, same thing. I was just so surprised at how challenging it was, and it yeah I in all honesty, now that I've come to that realization, what I was going to say before, now that I've come to the realization, I'm not as mad about the games, right? At least right now. I want to see if this feeling continues.
He's become enlightened.
But I think that was part of it. It's like I just didn't understand where my disconnect was, and
Yeah.
I'm realizing now that the times that I've done good stuff in the game, it feels like it's in spite of myself, not because the game. Like I don't feel like the game teaches you enough. I genuinely don't feel like I learned anything about the game's mechanics from the game. I know I have because otherwise I wouldn't have beaten the bosses,
Yeah.
but I don't. It's never made me feel like I understood the mechanics. I always felt like I was constantly at step one of a 1,000-step process,
Mm.
and when I beat the bosses, I did it because of luck, not because I understood the boss's mechanics or because I understood the game's mechanics. I just beat it in spite of myself, and I think that's really where that's coming from.
I
I,
think
I
I can see that to a certain point, but I also wouldn't sell yourself short. I mean, if you beat a Dark Souls boss, that's an achievement.
Yeah, but like I understand that I beat the Bell Gargoyles, right? Like I beat the Bell
Yeah.
Gargoyles, I've beaten a handful of others, but I just remember I think it's not the fact. I understand that I've done the accomplishment. I've beaten that boss. I've overcome that mountain. Not the full game, but like some of the bosses, some of those mountains. Um but I've never felt like I actually did anything
Hmm.
because I and maybe that's part of the experience of the game is like feeling like you're not knowing what you're doing the whole time, which then I guess for me tweaks the control freak nature in me, where it's
Hmm.
like I need to know what I'm doing. Like that's why one of the reasons I don't like to get drunk, because I don't like the feeling of being out of control of myself.
Yeah, I feel that too.
And so I wonder then if like there's part of that nature of it where
Hmm.
it's like because I've never felt like I truly understood what the fuck I was doing, despite playing like 20 hours of Dark Souls or however long I played. I think it was at least like 20 hours or so. Then the game just it I never felt like I understood what I was doing or why I was doing what I was doing. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Well, I wish there was more, and this is kind of, I can segue into something else, but it's still on topic. I wish there was more tools at your disposal in a game like Dark Souls. Like, it's why I like something like Sekiro a lot more, because you can change up your gameplay style. And so something we talked about with Bryce last week that I had just started playing the day before, that I am playing now for the second time yesterday, Armored Core 6. Finally started that. That is a difficult game. It feels like when you hit a wall, like I was like slowly, I can feel it like slowly ramping up in difficulty. I was like getting through no problem, mission after mission after mission after fight, even some boss fights. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I can see it getting a little bit more difficult. And then all of a sudden you'd hit a wall and I'd be like, what the hell? Like I'm just getting like sniped and like blasted and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is a pulse shield versus like a freaking, like there's just a lot to learn and know. And but the difference is with a game like that, you can be like, there's so much customization in your loadouts and your abilities and your weapons. And like, I had to like switch up gameplay styles on the fly, which was kind of cool. I was like, okay, so this isn't working. So let me, get a stronger booster or like, lighter weapons so that I can get in faster with the laser sword. Or like, let me install the chip that has like higher homing like missile accuracy, and then just do like a missile build where I'm just like a Tano circus, just like missiles everywhere. And I'm really liking that aspect of here's a way to overcome like a high difficulty game, because there are some boss fights that again, like I wasn't like, oh my god, I've been doing this for hours, but it felt like kind of a war of attrition for a while, like slowly eking through some of these really tough but very cool boss fights. So visceral and like, I think you came in the stream one time and I was just fighting like another Armored Core. Like it wasn't even like a big boss fight. It was just like another person in like the Gundam essentially equivalent. And we were just zipping around and shooting missiles and dodging stuff. And I'd swipe the sword and they'd jump back out of the way and shoot me with something. And then I'd dodge that. And you were just like, this looks super intense. and it was, and it is. And it's right.
But it still looks like fun too. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I've never played an Armored Core game, so I'm curious to see what they're all about.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it so far. I've only played it. I'm probably 7-8 hours in. I think I played for 4 hours 2 Mondays ago and then 3 hours last night. So yeah, about 7 hours in. And yeah, I'm liking it a lot so far. Just very heavy lore world building stuff that I'm like, I don't know what these factions mean. It's like playing Ace Combat.
A Japanese game with a lot of lore in it? What are you talking about?
A Japanese game with a Western,
with a mobile suit Gundam.
yeah, but it's like a westernized world, fictional world. Like it's just like Ace Combat. You're like, if you want to dive into the lore, it's there. If you just want to fly your jet around, or in this case your mech around and fight other robots and blow stuff up, have at it. Like I basically did a Shadow of the Colossus boss fight in this game, and it was fucking awesome. In a robot that's already like 50 feet tall, I was fighting basically the in Shadow of the Colossus, I think it's Colossus 13, that really long one that flies around in the desert.
Yes,
I think Phalanx is called. You have to shoot the like air sacs under it, and then it comes down low, and then you ride alongside.
It's in a desert.
Yeah. You like ride alongside with the horse and jump off and grab onto it. Like that size creature, even bigger than that versus, me and my little robot. It was awesome. Very much liking that. What else am I had another game that I started. It's not on my list, but
I actually wanted to ask you something about something I think you experienced last week.
Ooh. Yes, please.
You asked for my login information for Dropout.
Haha! I sure did.
Did you guys watch any?
No. I'm kidding. We did actually.
I was hoping you were gonna pull. I was hoping you were gonna say that,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't know. You might it is just as equally plausible that you wouldn't watch it too after like because I would do that. I would happen.
Yeah. No, we did, and we've been. We watched we watched the first Game Changer, and a couple of actuallys, and
Okay.
we've been loving actually. I'm surprised at how much that I knew. I'm also surprised at like how specific, like, obviously, yeah, there's Star Wars, there's Lord of the Rings, but like some of like there was like a Ender's Game question, and I was like, oh, sick. Like in the first episode, I was like, oh, that's cool.
I've never watched actually. I really should.
Oh, it's great. It's a ton of fun. It's I like the game show aspect of it, but it's also just hilarious watching three nerds trying to out nerd each other. We got so like into that show that the day after, I was taking her to a shoot. Like she had a shoot like Bucks County, like north of Philly, so like far for us. So we rented a car, and the whole drive out there, it was like almost 3-hour drive. And we were like, she was like, I kind of want to like play our own version of actually. And I was, do you know the premise of the show?
Yeah, where every statement that the host, which in early seasons is Mike Trapp, if he Wadiway is the host later on.
Oh, okay.
They say a statement that is incorrect, but it's incorrect in a very small, very as the name of the show would imply.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
like just a really nerdy correction needs to be made. So every statement is incorrect, but you have to figure out why it's incorrect.
Yeah, usually they give you like 2 or 3 pieces of factual information about, you know, the whatever media it is, or for franchise or fandom, and then one of them will be wrong. It's almost like 2 truths and a lie, kind of, and you have to figure out like what's wrong about this statement, and you have to buzz in with actually it was order 66, not order 56 in Star Wars. Like that type of thing. So we were like playing that with each other on this car ride, and having so much fun. And like we were doing fandoms that we each both knew. Like we did Naruto with each other, we did a little Star Wars, and then Kingdom Hearts, but she knows a lot more Kingdom Hearts than I do, so it was kind of hard to stump her, but I got her with one, and then I think she got me with a Naruto one. But it was just so cool being like coming up with these, like it's an awesome concept, so much so that it inspired us to kind of play our own version on this little car ride of ours. But I want to watch. Is it Very Important People?
Yes,
The
really
the makeup one.
I'm really excited. This week there's a new episode coming out of Very Important People with one of my favorite improvisers, Lisa Gilroy.
Nice.
And she is chaos incarnate on that show. She's appeared in every season so far. The first season she played Vic's grandmother, and she's all like, you know, granny bonnet, you know, like old age makeup put on. She goes, Vic, darling, what you do? Like really like hamming it up like that. In the second season, she plays a character. I can't remember the character's name, but it's a yellow demon, and it is like one of her bits throughout the episode, because the whole thing's improvised. One of her bits is that she keeps like backing up to Vic, like presenting her butt to Vic, going, "Don't spank me, don't spank." It's really fucking funny. And Vic's like, "What is happening?"
That's great.
There are some costumes that are so unnerving that it's just funny. Like you laugh at how uncomfortable you feel.
Yeah, I saw a clip of I think it was Brennan Lee Mulligan as a giant baby, and I was like, I don't know if I need to watch that one.
It's actually a really funny one.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
it's a really funny one.
We'll definitely watch more of that. Probably gonna watch more Game Changer at some point. I will probably. Actually, I don't even want to say this now. I probably won't ever listen to Dimension 20. I have so much like tabletop stuff to listen to that I'm in the middle of.
It's fun to put on in the background if you're doing something and you want like background noise,
Yeah.
it's worth putting on the background because the production value of it is great too. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of cool stuff. At the very least, you should watch Dungeons and Drag Queens.
Nice. There's
There's two
Dungeons,
seasons of that. It's
Dungeons and
great.
Drag Queens. There's Dungeons and Daddies. I
Mhm.
don't think that's Dropout, but it's out there.
It's not.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that. I've also been experiencing a lot in the ways of cool new music lately.
Mm.
I came across, I shared it on Facebook, but like there's this weird ass video of this weird ass band. There's these two people. I don't even know the gender of these people because they're in like these ridiculous costumes. I think they're French Canadian, and they're called. It's their name is Angine de Poitrine, which just sounds lovely and flowery. Which it's a typical.
It sounds like a toilet. I'm not trying to make fun of them or anything like that. It just poitrine sounds like latrine.
Latrine.
So it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it is kind of misleading because it's Angine de Poitrine, which sounds so cool and
Isn't that an eggplant?
no, it's
It's
Angine,
aubergine.
like ANG.
Aubergine is an eggplant. Never
Yeah,
mind. My
aubergine.
apologies.
I'll spell it in case anyone looks it up because I do recommend these guys. ANGINE DEPOITRINE. So angine de poitrine, which just translates in French to like the medical term for chest pain. It just sounds nice. But if you look them up, you'll see like one of them kind of looks like they're both. There's one playing a guitar, a double necked guitar that I think the bottom is a bass guitar and the top is a regular guitar, and they're all white with black polka dots, and there's a drummer who's black with white polka dots, like painted skin, and the drummer has like this big ass like Squidward nose, like big fake head, and the guitarist has like a triangle head. It's very weird, super like Dada. It's like math rock, like kind of prog rock,
Okay.
just bizarre, like doing live loops. But they have one album out, and they're coming out with another one this year, and so I guess they just did this live concert that they're kind of like a tiny desk type thing that I guess is getting pretty popular. And you can see like the guitarist is like a whole like slew of pedals underneath them as they're playing and making these live loops with the guitar. It's kind of like do you know, I'm actually not expecting you or anyone to know who this is, but do you know the band Clowncore?
No.
Another recommendation for another time. They got big because they had a spot on Adult Swim, but they're literally just two guys doing oh yeah, Jimmy Doom knows Clowncore. I fuck with some Clowncore. They're just weird. Like one guy just does like loops on a keyboard, and the other one is doing drums, and they like record from inside like a porta potty, and they wear these clown masks, and it's just so weird but really good, and on a technical level like very impressive. It's more art than music. Yeah, you nailed it, Jimmy. That's kind of like how Angine de Poitrine is.
I don't think I would like them then. Whenever it becomes too like ambient, maybe not ambient, but too like esoteric. Esoteric is known by few. Too out there.
Weird.
That's a better word. Too out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. But I don't like to use the word weird because that's too derogatory in this sense. Like I don't think it's bad. I not that I've listened to it, but it's very hard for me to get into stuff like that.
I was gonna say, Joshua. Yeah, it's like I think you would hate Clowncore. In which case, you might hate these guys too. They're weird. It's not ambient. Like it is upbeat. Like Clowncore is just like insane, intense, like noise, but there is like technical aspect to it. Angine de Poitrine is like it's kind of like upbeat. Like I said, prog rock. Like it sounds like what you would play in the background during a bank heist, like a kooky, maybe dark comedy bank heist, like a Tarantino movie, maybe, or like something where it's just like there's goofy things happening, but they are still like robbing a bank. I like it a lot. Maybe I'll send you like one of the songs that I like, or you can just, if you go onto my Facebook, you'll see it's the most recent thing I shared. It's pretty cool because I kind of want you to see the costumes.
Maybe I'll do that and listen to it, and you can see the people won't be able to see it on the stream or listen to it on the stream, but they'll see my facial reactions just to see.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because I would just play it, but copyright stuff, Twitch will mute the stream if there's like 2 seconds of sound.
Okay,
sometimes.
no, I did see the video. All right, let me listen to this.
Okay,
let me see what this is all about.
I think you may like it. I think you'll find it weird, but you might like it. A moment of silence as Josh is listening to Angine de Poitrine.
It's not bad. Yeah, this isn't bad. I wouldn't listen to this like willingly, but it's not like the music itself really isn't that bad. I cannot stand their outfits.
It's so weird. It's so freaking weird.
It's the penis nose. I can't.
The Squidward nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely look them up. Maybe I'll send you a Clowncore then, because there's a couple of Clowncore songs that I actually really fuck with, as Jimmy says. But yeah,
I'll look up Clowncore.
It's very gimmicky. But they just like they just play like a random like fart sound in the middle of the or like honk a horn.
I will say like that very much feels like they made a riff and then they kind of iterated on the riff over the course of like 3 minutes. Like it's not like a lot of songs they'll play like a riff and then they'll do like a chorus and a bridge and all this other stuff. No, this just feels like, I mean, granted, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to the first like minute or so, but it's like straight up just like it's just that riff over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, like there's long sections where it's just kind of iterating on the same riff, and it's like a more like, I guess that's where you could get into like the ambient aspect of it. But the songs do go through, like it's not that the whole song.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely not traditional.
Clowncore now with computers.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know, because some of their songs are duds. So I don't know if I also don't know which ones are the good ones. So who knows if you'll get strike gold or strike out? Probably strike out.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's just so stupid.
The weird thing is like watching them perform. I'm like, wow, these are really they're very talented.
Yeah,
I had not stand like it. I was listening to the song "Computers." I don't know it, but it's just nothing about that was appealing to me.
Yeah, I think that's why it's appealing to
the
some
drum
people.
beat was really appealing. I actually really like the drums.
And then they go.
Oh, when they start actually doing like lyrics and shit, that made me mad.
Yeah, and then it's like the subtitles at the bottom of the screen are like, "My farts are burning as hot as hell." Just... Sometimes
it like I don't know. Sometimes I'll see like whether it's like music or it could be any piece of media, and sometimes it feels like, oh, this person is trying too hard. And that's honestly what both of those bands seem like to me.
Oh.
We need to stand out, so we're going to do something weird. And but it feels like weird without a purpose. I'm sure, actually, at least with the French one, whatever they are, the French Canadian one, that one, it feels like there's a lot of like creativity with the costumes. I just don't enjoy them.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Sometimes. You know what? You do you, though. Like, and I'm not even saying that for the people to like it or not like it, but like, I'm also the one that's proponents like we need more weird shit. So I'm happy it exists. Yeah. I don't want it to go away. I don't enjoy it.
That's what
I would not.
That's okay.
The French Canadian one I would listen to more than Clowncore. Clowncore was, that is the most like mid 2010s bullshit, like early 2010s. Yeah. internet meme bullshit.
Yep, that's kind of when they
That
got popular.
I hate. No, Clowncore is not my new Dark Souls.
Clowncore is Josh's new Dark Souls. I don't think
No.
Clowncore is going to have the mass appeal maybe that Dark Souls does. Like, I hate
Dark
it too.
Souls shouldn't have the mass appeal it has.
And we're moving on. I have two more musical artists that I want to share that I discovered recently. This one I think you'll like a lot more. I came across this music artist / band called Glass Beams, and they are like an Indian funkadelic kind of
Ooh.
band. Like, yeah, like if you're just looking at music, check out the song Orb by Glass Beams. And when they perform, they wear these masks that are kind of like draped over them. It's almost like a beaded, like doily kind of thing. Like, it looks lacy and delicate, but it's got these beads and they're like all this like sand color. It's super cool. So like guitars, some like ambient vocals a little bit, but it's just this dreamy, like funky. It's super rad. I think they have one album out as well. I'm waiting. I keep finding these artists that I'm like, this is cool and interesting, and I like the weird stuff. Like you said, we need more weird stuff. That's what I said when I shared Angine de Patrine. I was like, we need more weird and whimsical in this world.
Absolutely, dude.
So I was
I'm all for that.
yeah. So I was like,
hated it, but I'm all for it existing.
that's fair. Well, I think you might like Glass Beams a little bit more than Angine or Clowncore.
In thinking of like new music, I don't know the name of the band at all. I just saw it. I've been seeing videos of this Greek metal band, and they start off with like the song. They go Opa, and then dun, 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 and then straight into a breakdown, and it's like he'll say Opa and like break a plate or something.
My
like
people.
that. It's really amusing.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know I don't know what the name of the band is. I just found it funny.
Oh, Jimmy said Her Last Sight. Is that it?
The name of the Greek band?
Oh, I don't know.
fucking know.
It is. He says that it is. Opa!
It's really fucking funny.
The song of
Yeah.
my people.
Oh, yeah. And they have a song called "The Fall," and they have like a sitar or something like that as
Yeah.
like doing the riff.
Nice.
It's really cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah. That's exactly it. Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy comes through once again.
He is a music aficionado, dude. If you ever want to talk music, talk to Jimmy. He's got a vast knowledge of music.
Hell yeah. Jimmy, do you know Glass Beams? I just discovered them pretty recently. I know my musics, he says. Yeah, if not, check them out. I really like the song Orb, but their whole album of their, I guess it's an EP, so it's like 20 minutes to listen to the whole thing, and I'm dying for more because there's nothing else that sounds like it. I do not know Glass Beams, but I wrote it down. Nice. And then lastly, I came across this band completely unprompted and on my own, and it's a band called Top House.
Have you been listening to them since I sent you that thing?
No, but you were going to talk about it last week, and
Yeah.
I was going to bring it up again. I have had that song stuck in my head, though. Stuck in an ocean with nothing to do.
They're pretty good, man. They celebrated what they call in this month. They just called it Gebuary, and I don't know why. I have no idea where Gebuary. It's basically February, but spelled with a G.
It's gay
And
February.
For some reason they called it Jebuary or Gebuary. I don't know. And every Monday over the course of the month, they released a new song.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where the name comes from, but the song, the this week's song, I don't know the name because it's like a bunch of letters. But last week was a song for walking, and it made it up to like number 15 on the iTunes chart, on like Apple Music charts.
Oh, wow.
And they were just like blown away by it because they're kind of like they're like a folksy kind of like, I don't know, just folk band. They're a folk band from like Montana or something like that, or Wyoming or
They
somewhere.
they
I think
certainly seem like
Montana.
it. They are definitely a if people are tracking the kind of tastes in music that that I have, and then when I said that one knew who they were, they probably like, this seems more like a Josh band. They definitely seemed like a you band. Like I could see
I don't
you.
normally listen to that music though. Like
Really?
no,
Huh.
my brother does.
I was gonna
That is
say.
my that is a my brother Michael.
Yeah.
That is a Michael band for
Yeah, for
damn sure.
sure.
I sent it to him and he really likes it. Um no, I go through different phases. Like I don't really have like a genre of music that I really listen to anymore. Like for a long while it would have been Christian rock,
Oh man.
then it was metal, Christian metal, then just metal in general.
Yeah.
And let's be fair, it was mostly Christian metal. I'll stick to, and then it was chiptune music, and
Yeah.
now it's kind of a little bit of everything. Like I really like that song from Olivia Dean, "The Man I Need." You know that song?
No.
Oh, it's a really like soulsy kind of like a pop soul type of vibe to
Hmm.
it. Which makes sense because I've been into Lawrence too. Lawrence is also like a pop soul
Yeah.
group.
I think you sent me
Um,
them before.
I like because of the heaviness of real life right now.
Yeah.
Pop music has been very like something that's just very happy to balance that out. Like, I don't need something to like take me. I don't need something to distract me from the craziness going on, but I do need something to be a reprieve from it from time to time.
Yes. Yeah.
um be aware but not always engaged. You should be engaged to make fix the issues that need to be fixed, but obviously you need to take care of yourself mentally in order
Yes.
to do so. So be aware and know when to be engaged.
Rest is
And
resistance too.
yes, exactly, knowing when to rest.
Yeah.
And that type of music, something that's just very happy, is like uh is like the music version of rest for me. Just something that's very like wholesome and very just kind of homey, and that could be a bunch of different things, like Top House with that's stuck in minutia with nothing to do but complain to all of my friends. That's like that's very like the harmonies just feel so warm
Yeah.
and inviting in that. um Lawrence in general just has like these really great like jazzy soul pop vibes to their newest album. They're really fun to listen to. Um Stuff like that. And like chiptune, like I actually like a lot of chiptune now is a lot of at least from Game Chops, which is my go-to for a long time,
Mm.
has been lo-fi because that's what sells.
Yeah.
And I don't mind lo-fi. I feel like that's everywhere now. It's too everywhere.
Hmm.
There's too much of it now. Every single thing Game Chops does anymore is lo-fi, and I don't want them to stop doing lo-fi. I just I miss the days of like mid 2010s like chiptune music where it was like danceable and like fast and boppy and
Anamanaguchi.
like yeah,
Yeah.
or um stuff from like Hyper Potions. Hyper Potions still does good stuff. Hyper
Yeah.
Potions is great.
Oh man,
I
shout outs
love
to
it.
Friendship by them, the opening song of Sonic Mania.
Did you actually know Hyper Potions went through some controversy a couple years ago too?
Ooh. Did they get sued by Nintendo because using Hyper Potion from Pokemon?
Well, that's also in Final Fantasy too
Oh, is
as
it?
well. I think so. There is Hyper Potion. Anyway, no. So what happened was there's a bit of a trigger warning on this, viewers,
Ooh.
or either now or later on YouTube. Trigger warning for grooming.
Oh
Unfortunately,
God.
just to dispel any worries, Hyper Potions as it exists currently is good.
Okay.
There's nothing problematic. So Hyper Potions began as these two friends, Ian, I don't know his last name, and Kevin Vallejo. Uh, Kevin Vallejo is actually from our area. In fact, uh, I don't want to say where specifically. It's one of our neck of the woods. It's all I will say.
Nice.
And which at first I was like, this is kind of cool. Well, it came out that his wife, that they are now divorced and separated, he groomed her to an extent. Like they met when she was underage, and then he was very manipulative and all this other stuff. And it was a really weird thing. He actually has, I mean, I can't speak for certain that I'm an outsider, but he's gone away and has not, like, he's, there seems to be some contrition on his part where he kind of realized, I have no idea, I'm just speculating, but he's gone. Like he after all of it came out, like his ex-wife like detailed everything that happened in like a long Twitter thread back when Twitter was still a thing.
Wild.
And she detailed everything that happened and like how they first met and all this other stuff. And she's moved on. He got dropped from Hyper Potions, so it's just Ian now in Hyper Potions.
Okay.
That's why if you look on their YouTube channel, there's like two cute foxes on a lot of their videos because it was him and Kevin. And then once Kevin leaves, it's just Ian's fox there.
Ah, okay.
So you can kind of see when the switch goes over.
Did they rebrand to Hyper Potion singular?
No, it's, yeah, right. No, it's still Hyper Potions, but it was really weird. It was just kind of, it came out of nowhere. If you want to support his wife, though, her name is Evelyn, and she does lo-fi music under the name Coffee Date.
Nice. Coffee Date.
Releases,
I like that.
and she releases a lot of stuff through Game Chops. She did like a whole Wii lo-fi album, and it's really fucking good. She's done she did a album called Stardew and Chill. So like, she's phenomenal. Does great stuff. I'll have to send you a link too, dude. She did a cover of Sonic Colors, Reach for the Stars.
Yeah, that's a great song.
And dude, her rendition of it is stunning.
There
like,
are
genuinely stunning.
I will definitely have to check that out if I haven't heard it already, just because my whole feed is Sega stuff. There are so many.
I might have sent it to you as well.
You might have,
knowing me.
I think I want to do, like, I had a lot of fun doing my top 10 experiences of 2025 like graphic. I want to do something like that for like my top 10 vocal Sonic tracks, because there are so many excellent songs that, like, from a Sonic game, like Reach for the Stars could be like a popular song, like not like full stop removed from Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, it's just a great song.
Yeah, it really is. So after I heard her version of it too, I listened to the original. I kind of like her version more personally.
Oh wow.
But I think it also could be that I heard it first. It's like,
Yeah.
the first time you heard something, it's like that's the thing that like sticks with you type of thing.
Yeah.
So.
I'll say I have a like playlist of like my favorite Sonic vocal tracks, and it's like 70 songs, like 50 or 70 songs, and those are just the ones that like I usually don't skip. Like, those are the good ones, and or maybe it's not, maybe not that many. I think it might be like 50, and I will say I had that and the live version from one of the Sonic Symphony shows. They had done Reach for the Stars, and I think I kept the live version and I got rid of the original. It's the same, people, but I just like, it brings a little bit more into the track, but I'll definitely check that out. I love that song.
I sent you a link to the YouTube video of it.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Well, that's a good stopping point for me on music anyway. Is there anything else you experienced these past 2 weeks?
I got one thing. Hold on. Let me grab. I tried to bring everything with me ahead of time, and I just realized I could have brought a visual aid for something I want to talk about. So hold on.
I wanna reach for the stars, although it looks really far. I'll just sing the entirety of Reach for the Stars in the time that it takes Josh to come back. Here we go. And we're done.
So coming up in April is the return of Punch and Nazi Month.
Hell yeah.
And I've been playing a game for it. First time I've ever played this game. and it fucking rules. I am playing the Saboteur.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. What a cool art
This
style.
dude, it's really cool. It's cell shaded and it's a little blurry. On the PS3 does not do the game justice for sure. I feel like it's very
It's a
the
bit
visuals
muddy.
aren't. It's a bit muddy on the PS3. I don't know if it's better on the 360 or on PC, but at least on the PS3, the visuals are very muddy.
Yeah, I played on the 360, and it probably hasn't held up that great. But the PS3 in general is a bit muddier than the 360.
Well, it depends on the game. To be fair,
Yeah.
like, Uncharted, I don't. Is not muddy at all. Last of Us is not muddy.
Well,
But I
the
think depending,
exclusives, I would say, like,
yeah, but like there's other games that aren't muddy. For anyway, neither here nor there. This one is a little bit muddy for sure. But holy shit, is it fun! Like, and it is so fucking cathartic with everything that's going on. With everything that's going on currently, and you get to play a game where you can just blow up Nazi watchtowers and just run
Yeah.
away, or like blow up a fuel depot. I took a shotgun and shot down zeppelins. It was great.
hell yeah, that's awesome.
Um, I just dropped the game case. My guest for the episode on it that I'm gonna when I eventually beat it and cover it and chat about it describes it as a dude's rock game.
Dude's what?
Dude's rock.
Oh, Dude's Rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
You're just going around and blowing up shit. It's great. It's fucking awesome, and it was great. It was so much fun, and I'm probably like I'm about 5 or 6 hours into it. I'm about 40% of the way through the game. Excuse me. So a little over 40%. I think I saw like 47. So I'm going about halfway, and like there's still a lot to do. It's one of those things though where like if you try, like God help you if you try to 100% it, because in each section there's like 50 towers for you to just
Yep.
like explode. There's like there's like 20 fuel depots. There's like a bunch of different tanks and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Like
It's like Just Cause.
it's really not meant for you to 100%. It's meant to be kind of like what Super Mario Odyssey is, where like they build the game so you don't have to worry about needing to collect all the moons.
Yeah.
They just throw so many moons in there where just exploring you will find a few
Yeah.
and find enough to continue on. And that's kind of how it feels like from a design standpoint.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it, but I remember I played it because I worked at GameStop when that came out, and so you remember you could take out a game for a couple of days, and I remember playing it, liking it a lot, but not enough to go back and beat it. My one like biggest frustration that I remember, and also like funniest like fondest source of humor from this game, indirectly because of how annoying it got. I feel like maybe I don't know if you noticed this when you played it. I feel like anytime you jump off of anything, any height, the guy, he wants to like grab onto something so bad that it's so hard to just jump off of something and down to the street. He's always like twisting and trying to like, you'll like jump off of a roof to get down to the ground to try to like escape from the Nazis who are chasing you. And he'll like grab onto a car and you'll be like, no, just jump down and run. Like he'll find like a single brick that's sticking out like an inch and he'll grab onto it. And I'm like, stop, just go. I don't know if I'm misremembering it, or did you
No,
notice
you're
that when
not.
you played it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is. I was
He's so
telling my
sticky.
guest. I was telling my actually I find it's the most bizarre juxtaposition because when you're going down a building and you're hitting circle to let go and you grab the ledge below, if you hold circle, he will drop like farther than the next ledge. But it's like letting go, and then you have to let go and hit circle again, and it's very easy because it is janky to kind of fuck that up and fall too far and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that and you just hit circle to go down every single time, it's mind-numbingly slow. It's
Yeah.
just huh,
Yeah, brick by brick.
it just is so slow going down. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's like like that is an example of being too sticky.
Yeah.
On the opposite, if you're trying to climb down a ladder, there's no button to press to climb a ladder. You just have to kind of like inch up to it, fall into the ladder. And it's so fucking janky that I almost die every single time. Like, it is awful. But it's weird that I kind of love it. Like, the jank endears the game to me because when I'm rigging dynamite on a Nazi watchtower or a fuel depot, it is nothing but pure panic mode trying to leave before the explosion goes off. And when you're trying to deal with a guy that's like grabbing onto too much or not enough, you don't really know. It makes it that much more intense trying to get away. You do get away. It's not hard to get away, but every time I'm like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It seems like
it's great.
Did you ever play Red Faction Guerrilla?
No, I know what you're talking about though.
Okay. That game was awesome in that way of like, it's a little janky, but fun. And because it's kind of a sandbox game like that, I had so many hilarious unscripted moments that will stick with me forever. Also, to this day, I never shut up about how good the physics and the destructions of like structures and buildings were in that game. From like 2009, I still haven't seen it done better. Like, you can knock out like individual bricks like of this building, and like if you have to take out the support structures of the buildings to get them to fall down. It's not just like a health bar. When it hits a certain threshold, it'll collapse. It's like, no, you actually have to like think about it in terms of physics, and everything's very weighty, and I could talk about that forever. But so you're punching Nazis.
I remember you talking about that game too. I've been curious to try it. Have yet to try it, but I've been curious to try it.
I got the PS4 like remaster. They call it remastered because it takes place on Mars, and I was like, really? That's the first thing you thought of, and somebody's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. And it's still pretty good. It holds up, but it's very evident when the game came out. So it kind of feels like because it was the same. It was Volition. It was the same team. It feels like Saints Row, just not silly.
I mean, it's got a little bit of silliness to it. There's also like I guess now that I remember, Volition did do Saints Row. There's a bizarre amount of nudity in it. Like, there's just so much because one of your bases is out of a strip club, so there's just tits everywhere.
Oh wait, Volition made Saboteur?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's what. Maybe I did know that. Maybe that's why it took me to Red Faction. My brain was
let me double check on that though. The Saboteur.
Saboteur. I didn't think it was.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. It's Pandemic Studios.
Oh, okay. Oh, but they made another fun sandbox action game from
Mercenaries.
Yeah, Mercenaries from ages back. I loved Mercenaries on the original Xbox. I played the crap out of that game. I bet it plays like doggy do now, but like back in the day,
I wonder because I remember liking it a lot too.
Yeah,
but I don't remember enough of it.
I loved when you could like. There's like a big concrete wall holding up the bases, and if you could find ways around, you could fly over it in vehicles, or you could put a bunch of C4 in a car, drive and bail out, and then blow up the wall, and you could go through the base that way. And I loved doing that because it set the whole alarm on you, and then it was just chaos. That game was a ton of fun.
They also did Star Wars Battlefront on the original Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
And Battlefront 2.
Those games were so good.
They also did Destroy All Humans.
Those were fun games. Wow, these are taking me back.
They unfortunately, their last game was the Saboteur, which is kind of a bummer. The company, the office was shut down, and a lot of them actually moved apparently into 343 to work on Halo.
Oh, interesting.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I think Volition. Volition. I think closed too. And I think they were gonna make another Red Faction. I mean, they still could because I don't know who. I think, is it Ubisoft? I don't remember. I hope it's not Ubisoft. Somebody still owns that IP.
Yeah.
Anyway, but cool. Yeah, good to hear you're punching Nazis as
you should do, as every just American does.
Yep. We literally fought a war over it.
Then I also played and beat, I think since we last recorded, Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh my god. Wait, did we talk about this?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have a feeling that you didn't like it that much.
No, I like Banjo-Kazooie a lot.
Oh, okay. That's one of my favorite games of all time. That's probably in my
No,
top
it's
10.
it's great. The final boss is okay, not the final boss, but the game show section at the very end is dumb.
Oh, it's tough.
But other than that, like that, and also my big criticisms for it, I want to say because I am doing an episode on it later this year.
Oh, nice. Do you have a guest?
Yes, I do have a guest. I'll let you know though, because actually it's a guest that you've podcasted with me before.
Oh, word?
So I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah, what is it? I played it because actually, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. I'll share this. This is a little behind the scenes thing. So I do a backlog month every year, and I've said before my backlog month for this year is Donkey Kong Country 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Max Payne, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Nice. Max Payne.
I've already beaten Sonic 2. I've actually beat. I also. Oh my gosh, I beat Sonic 2.
Yeah. Wow.
Though
okay.
Dude, I've had a productive fucking week for gaming.
Nice.
I beat in the first 2 months of the year so far. I have beaten 8 different games.
Yo, that's really good. I think I only beat like.
Now,
One?
take it with a grain of salt. Some of these are like, so for example, Super Mario Bros. 3. That took 7 hours with save states. Super Mario World took 4 hours. I basically one shot at that.
Yeah.
Everything or Nothing, the James Bond game, 6.5 hours. Perfect Dark was 9 hours. Yoshi's Island was 9 hours. Return to Castle Wolfenstein was 10.5 hours. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was about 4. And then Banjo-Kazooie is about 11 and a half.
That's fast for Banjo.
And I almost 100%ed it too.
Wow. You kind of
did
have
not-
to get to the final boss. You need almost all of the jiggies.
You need 95 jiggies or something
Yeah,
like that.
out of
It was like
99.
and you also have to, yeah, which is crazy. I think that's not great design personally. Like,
Yeah, I
don't
think
you
it asks too much.
with that said, it is relatively easy to get the jiggies.
Yeah.
The game doesn't challenge you that much. The final 2 levels are way too goddamn long.
Oh, yeah, Click Clock Wood.
TikTok, yeah, Click Clock, whatever it is, TikTok
So long.
Wood, or whatever it is, way too fucking long. What made me ultimately quit was that I died, and I'm like, I have to go back through all the seasons to get all the fucking notes again. I'm not
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah,
So
I hate that.
I gave up on that part, which I'm mad about because there is a great if you can find all the hidden secrets in that, where you can expand the amount of golden feathers you have, expand the amount of blue eggs you have, expand the amount of red feathers you have, you can get double of all of them. 20 gold feathers, 200 eggs, 100 red feathers, which makes the final boss so much more manageable. And if
the
you
health upgrade.
Yes, and the health upgrades, which I didn't get all the health upgrades.
Well, no, there's one at the end where you can get. I think you have to get all the notes. Now that I think about it, but if you do, you can double your health. It's like Ocarina of Time, where you get the little silver thing around your health. Your health turns red, and it's each takes 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I was close to getting the full all of the notes. It was just the last level that I did not have 100 notes on.
Yeah, and that's such bullshit that if you die, you lose your progress in that level of
Yeah.
all
It's
the
really
notes.
annoying.
There's 100 in each level, and they take forever to find.
And it didn't bother me so much when the levels weren't so huge, but TikTok Wood is huge.
Yeah.
And so I what ended up happening, I was more mad at is I was like 9 notes away, because if you get a certain number of notes, then you can unlock doors right before you go into the final boss, like after you do the game show thing.
Yeah.
And they automatically refill everything, your red feathers, your blue eggs, your gold feathers. And I had the one for the blue eggs and the gold feathers. I was 9 short for the red feathers, which would have made the final boss so much more fucking easy, that I don't have to replenish my red feathers every time I die.
Yeah, I think the eggs
because-
is the harder thing. Like I ran out of eggs so much in that last fight. And actually, Polisa just played it for the first time, and she kept having to. She didn't get enough of the notes to get those refills right before the last one, so she kept having to go back to Treasure Trove Cove to enter the codes that Cheeto gives you to refill the eggs every single time, and feathers and gold feathers, and then go back to fight the boss. So she was kind of over it.
Oh,
by
that's
the
a
end.
smart way to do it. I didn't even think of doing it that way.
Yeah.
But like I actually found at least this playthrough, because I agree with you. The eggs were really is really challenging. Like that was definitely a bottleneck for me the first time I played it a couple years ago. This time I didn't really have any issues with it. I actually like the final boss. It's the flying that was the most challenging for me, because it's so hard to aim up the charge attack in midair. But like the eggs, dude, I had it down to like a fucking science.
Nice.
Like I even started to understand how like she shoots fireballs at you, how it's like the direction you're facing, she aims in front of you. So as soon as you hear the fireball, just turn the opposite way and it's going to miss you as soon as you hear once I understood that mechanic, that the whole section was so easy. Even on the sections where you have to shoot her when she's like off the side of each wall of the castle, each wall of the tower, like I just went to the middle, and there was one attempt. It wasn't on the attempt that I beat her, but there was one attempt where in that segment she never got to fire a shot because I got up there so early.
Nice.
I launched so many eggs at the perfect spot, and I would move on. Like I don't know what it was, but having 200 eggs and not having to worry about micromanaging them just made that whole section such a breeze.
Yeah, totally. Well, you can actually, and this is how Polisa ended up beating it. You can stand in one spot and just twirl the controller around. If you're running in a circle, the fireballs will never hit you, because she always throws them in anticipation of the direction you're moving. So if you're just running in a circle, they'll just go like off. It's thinking that it's going to track you, which is hard. If you're running in a straight line, they'll always hit you. But if you just run, like you said, switch directions quickly or just spin in a circle, they will never hit you.
So I played through and beat that. I'll spare more of my thoughts for the episode. But the reason I brought up the backlog month thing is, while Banjo-Kazooie is not part of backlog month, I reached out to my buddies Try and Corey from My Life in Gaming.
Right.
They do every year. They have pledge games that they have. Like, you know, they pledge that to their audience, like, these are the games that they do an end of the year video where like these are the games we played this year, and they're very long videos, but they're so fun to watch. It's so I don't know why, I really enjoy those videos of theirs. And then at the end of all their games, they say, these are the games I'm pledging to beat, and then they each give each other a game, like a game that they are saying, like, you know, I challenge you to beat this game. Corey got Banjo-Kazooie.
Nice.
So that's what I was saying. You podcasted with Corey on the Sega Dreamcast episode.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. I don't have you penned in for an episode yet this year, so I might have to have you on for this one then.
I would love to. I can talk about that game at length. It's one of my favorite games.
And then I beat Sonic 2 for the first time, but I did use the level select code, so I wouldn't have to, when I lost all my lives, I wouldn't have to keep using continues.
Oh, you mean 1965 917 in the sound test?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it.
Oh God, I'll never forget those codes,
dude. And I in some elements, it does make the final boss harder because you have no lives and no rings. You have to perfect the boss, which your boy did.
Nice.
After multiple attempts.
I think you always start Death Egg with no rings, though.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's
that's
so
really
hard.
Infuriating.
That the Mecha Sonic fight is harder to me than the Eggman fight at the end.
Dude, really? Oh my God! No.
I think so.
Mecha Sonic was so easy for me. I beat him on the first try. He's so easy to like figure out his pattern.
I think in the beginning it does. Like I can get down. Like I got down to a science where I could like you could get 2 hits if you're fast enough in those first couple of sequences. But once he starts doing the jumping thing and shooting the spikes out, if you don't kill him fast enough, then it starts getting really hard.
Dude, he never got to shooting spikes at me at all.
Wow, nice.
So the way you beat Mecha Sonic is he comes down on the right side of the screen, you can get 2 hits in right away,
Yeah.
and then he curls into a ball. So you dodge the ball, because he's got spikes on it. Then you get 2 more hits in from there,
Yeah.
and then he
does the
generally
zip.
does a sprint across to the screen to the right.
Yeah.
Not generally, he does it every time. And if you time it right, if you run and jump before he sprints, by the time you're coming across to the landing, you hit him once, and then you hit him again because
Yep.
he pauses on the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
And then he runs back to the left, which, if you're super, super fast, you could get another 2 hits in, and that will kill him right
Yeah.
there. But I generally only get 1 in because it's so hard. Like, it's really challenging to get that second hit in. But when he does, if you only get 1 hit in, he does turn into a spike ball again and launch across the screen. But this time he always jumps on the second one. So you just have to stand in the middle on the ground and not jump, wait for him to land, bop him on the head one more time, and then done.
Yeah.
He was laughably easy. The Robotnik fight I found so much more challenging.
That's so funny because I can always do that one flawlessly. That's so funny.
Oh, that one was when he shoots his. It took me a bunch of attempts to do it, but I will say, so like, I did Sonic 1 like 2 years ago with G to the Next Level.
Oh, I
Sonic
love G.
2, Sonic 2 I think is so much better.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It is like night and day. Like, it is so much more fair. There's so much more creativity with the level design.
Yes.
The music I adore. Like, Sonic 2, it is leaps and bounds better than the first game.
Yes.
The first game was so unfair, and the second game is genuinely great.
Yeah. Especially the last couple levels of that first Sonic game are super tough. They're really unforgiving. Yeah, Sonic 2, huge. And having a spin dash, not having a spin dash in the first one was like not having one of my limbs. Like,
it's rough, dude. So yeah, I've been playing a fuck ton of games recently.
Nice.
And I'm hoping, I don't think because today's the 24th, I don't think I will be able to beat the Saboteur before the month is over. But you know what? Like, I'm so far ahead in terms of editing, it's possible. Like, I actually have my next 2 episodes, the one that's due out tomorrow on Patreon and the one that's due out next week, is already done, uploaded, and ready for release. So I might try to, like, tomorrow, I might try to work. It's possible I could beat the Saboteur before February's over and beat 9 games over the course of 2 months.
dang. That's wild. I don't think I've beaten any this year now that I think about it. So far yet, anyway.
Sometimes I worry that I get too caught up in oh, look at me, look at this list of games I've beaten, instead of getting to enjoy the experience. But
Yeah.
I think this works for me because, in general, the way I play games is I play them to beat them. They are.
Same.
I don't want to say they're disposable, because I think that, like, they do provide, I get an emotional reaction out of games, but, like, I do think there are some people who like to play a game and explore every nook and cranny of that game. I'm generally not that gamer. I'm generally the type that I want to get in and get out, get my experience and get out. And part of me wishes I could. Part of me feels like I'm not enjoying games on a deep enough level.
Me too.
I'm missing something. But at the same time, like, if I didn't have the podcast, I don't know if I would be as motivated to beat games the way I have been. And the list really helps me motivates me to beat games. Like, it motivates me to like finish games that I start.
Yeah. I have such a long list of backlog and all, like, recent stuff too, like PS5 games that I have got to get to, that I think it's taking away some of my enjoyment too. I'm like, I just want to beat this. Like, I just want to get to the next thing, because I feel like I'm so far behind in games. Like, haven't even started Expedition 33 yet. I know that's got to be a long ass game. It's a freaking RPG. Haven't played Persona 3 Reload. Haven't played Final Fantasy 16. Haven't played Final Fantasy 7 Part 2. Haven't played Metaphor ReFantagio. Like, all these very long games that, like,
Dude,
I want to play.
I am so with you on that, because PS5 specifically, Clear
Yup.
Obscure, Rebirth,
Yep.
Ghost of Yotei,
Yeah, I haven't even played Tsushima.
Ragnarok, like all of them, God of War, right? Like all of them. And also Shinobi, Art of Vengeance.
Yeah, that game was fun. 0.25 points less fun than Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, in my opinion, but still feel very solid. They were pretty close. They cut it real close. Well,
Yeah, so that's all I really had for experiences for this week, other than like, you know, just yeah. I think that was honestly it.
nice. I have two more things and then a proposal for you. First one is
Okay.
Sonic related. I actually finished this. I think either at the very end of. No. It was 2026. I got the first book, like the first omnibus book of speaking of Sonic, the Sonic IDW comics, the newer comic series. And I was just kind of in like I feel like I'm on like a perpetual Sonic kick, like baseline.
I still have a bunch of Sonic comics that I was going to give to you and have yet to do so.
Oh yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, so I was like, I keep hearing good things about this IDW series. The art looks really cool. It looks like something in between like classic Sonic and like the Archie style, which I don't really like a lot of the Archie stuff. I like the more simplistic, like look at Bite the Shark. Like he looks like a classic Sonic character. And I was like, oh, let me check this out. So I got it from the library because I was also like, I should stop buying comics because if I did, I'd have a huge stack that I would read them once and then they would sit there forever. So I was like, let me just get these. I'm doing the same thing with Berserk. Ain't no way I'm putting 13 like Bible-sized books on my shelf.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got the first omnibus of the Sonic comic, and I was just like, I just want more Sonic. I like Sonic the Hedgehog. This is cool. I like this world and these characters. I was not prepared for how good it is. Like it is.
Oh, yeah?
It is. It's so well written. The way that it's a perfect jump in point too for because Police, I read it too. She was like, oh my god, like I love this. Like she likes Sonic, but it's mostly because I'm showing them to her. But she was like, this is amazing. Like she's falling in love with some of these characters that like she never even like. She loves Silver the Hedgehog, and his story is so cool. And I got to like gush, kind of like tell her about some of his story, and she was like, I love him and want to protect him with all my heart. So it kind of comes in after a very lackluster one of the games, Sonic Forces. You don't have to know anything about that. Basically, Eggman wins, and then there's like this sort of lull where he disappears, and the Eggman wins at the beginning of Sonic Forces. So the whole thing is like this underground resistance and whatever. And the game is like a piece of crap. It's not very good. Some good music because
Excuse me, his name is Dr. Robotnik. I refuse to call him by Eggman. That is a objectively worse name.
I know. I
than
still want to
Robotnik.
call him Dr. Robotnik. It's so funny because I call him Robotnik in things where he wasn't Eggman yet in America. So like like in going back to Sonic 2, like, oh yeah, I hope anyway that I said Dr. Robotnik when I was talking about it earlier, but maybe I didn't. Or like the old cartoons, like when they call him Dr. Robotnik in that, it's like, yeah, that's Robotnik. This is Eggman. Anyway, Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
Actually, real quick before you go on, just something you'll be very happy to hear. My daughter has been watching the Saddam Sonic cartoon.
Yes, Blue Streak
And-
speeds by.
She loves it.
It's so good.
She loves it. And I was nervous because she is not really. She gets nervous real easily. Like she gets very anxious watching new things. The last week and a half, she has been so much more adventurous with trying new things.
Wow.
And I'm actually gonna give I can't prove this for sure, but I'm gonna give credit to Sonic Saddam.
Wow.
Because one of the things that stops her from one of the things that makes her more anxious when trying new media, especially movies, is the music. When you know how movies will have very dramatic music to help guide your emotions through what they're trying to make you feel type of thing.
You told me about this. She just kind of like can't handle it.
She could not handle it. Sonic Sat-Am has some pretty heavy, scary music in
Yeah.
it for a kids show, and I think it was light enough that it got her to like get into it. Like she watched the Horde and Here's a Who movie, and that's got a lot of big dramatic moments in
Huh.
it. You know, the 3D animated one, and she didn't run away crying at all.
Wow.
She handled it like a champ. And I'm sure there's going to be things that she encounters, but like I think she's finally coming to grips where it's like I don't have to feel sad for these fictional people. Like allow like not every single thing is going to be sad. Like she can't watch Moana 2 because I don't want to spoil Moana 2. There's a moment in Moana 2 in the towards the end of it where it's pretty emotional and
I haven't
she
seen it.
cannot handle it.
That first one makes me cry every time.
Moana's a great movie, man.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Once again, fucking how do they go like both Moana 1 and 2 and Frozen 1 and 2 are just like they're it's a good movie followed up by another good movie. It's crazy.
I don't love the first Frozen.
I think I think the first Frozen is really good. I just think it's overplayed now. I think it wore out its welcome.
Yeah. I think it's a mediocre movie wrapped around one really good song that everyone got sick of.
I think so my only pushback because you know I can't complain too much because I'm the one that you know shits on Dark Souls, which I'm also other people like. So I don't have a leg to stand on. I don't have a shit to sit on.
Yeah. Oh, it's warm and wet.
Oh, uh, the moment in Frozen where the act of true love is the sisters helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially for when that movie came out.
Yes.
Like that was at the start of like not having like of like that was some of the early stuff I saw in kids movies where it wasn't revolving around men,
Yeah.
right? Like I remember actively thinking like, okay, well she's gonna kiss Kristoff and that's gonna be true love's first kiss. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great. And then they throw a wrench in it and it's like, oh shit, it's not. And that I fucking adore. And the
Same.
fact that Elsa still is single and has no interest in dating anyone
Yeah.
is fucking cool too. Like it's the independence is really fucking cool. And that's why I say that movie is not necessarily as boilerplate as you're making out to be, because for the time it came out, that was big.
Yeah, definitely subversive. I don't know if I didn't mean to say that it was like generic or like boilerplate. I just didn't really, a lot of it didn't move the needle for me. That was one of the moments though that I was like, oh my God, I love that. Like, yeah, that's because like familial love, like, let's not forget about that. And how, you know, in the beginning, she's like, you can't marry a man you just met. What is this? You stupid idiot. And it's like, yeah, because all the ones that came before, that's how it was.
That's how it was. And you're just like, yeah, you're right. This is silly, but it's a movie.
Yeah. I think the second one is way
Much better. We're
better.
both in agreement with that. It's so much better.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
think
bump the mic there.
I like what you said about her not showing interest in dating. And I would be totally fine with that for the inevitable third one that they're making. I also think they have an opportunity to have the first lesbian lead character in a movie. Because she was kind of given closeted queer vibes to me. I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
could
the
see
whole
that.
conceal, don't feel, you know, trying to conform. And then in the second one, she is kind of giving eyes to that one other girl. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Disney's brave enough. We'll see if they
Not right now, they aren't. They're too afraid of pissing off Daddy Trump.
I know. Anyway, all that to say, the first issue of the first omnibus of the Sonic comic is really good. But yeah, the writing's incredible. Ian Flynn can do no wrong in my eyes. He's
Ian
the
Fleming.
not yes, Ian
Double O
Fleming,
Hedgehog?
famous writer of James Bond, is also the writer for Sonic the Hedgehog.
All of a sudden, the women start getting less time in the book.
No, in fact, they get more time.
They're all in bikinis, and Sonic slaps them and says, "Man talk."
I know, but no, like, well, we joke about that, but like, Amy, her character in most of the games, especially in her early games, her entire character is just, I'm obsessed with Sonic. I love him. I'm the girl. I'm Pink. And she's evolved a little bit in the games, like quite a bit, I would say, in the games up to this point. And the way that Ian Flynn handles her character is so interesting because she's trying to get Sonic to like rejoin this rebel, uprising or whatever to try to find and stop, Eggman, Robotnik, wherever he is. And he's like, nope, I don't want to do that. There's not like a big threat, so I'm not going to like be chained down here. And instead of her being like, oh my God, please stay with me, I love you, she does say, she's like, I don't want you to change. I don't want you any other way. That's why I love you. Go be free, do your own thing. Like it's so interesting and mature. So this comic is if all the characters went to therapy. Like it's so emotionally aware. The writing is excellent. The character interactions are great. The art is awesome. The way that they handle such a kinetic series, like there's so much movement in these series. Like it's got to go fast. The video game. The way that they handle that on a static page is very, very cool. There's some really cool panels, and the action's great. The new characters specifically, like there's 3 that I can think of really strong new characters that they introduced like in this series, and I was like, yup, these characters are so well written. They feel like they've always existed alongside the characters that So God, it's super good. It's obviously it's a quick read. It's a Sonic comic, so I think it's the first 12. The first omnibus, I think, is the first 12 issues. Super recommend. You don't even have to be into Sonic. You can jump right into it. It's rad as all hell. Last thing that I experienced this week. Tomorrow. I hinted at it. I don't have it. It's back on my shelf. I hinted at it.
Season drops tomorrow.
What does?
New Scrubs season.
Oh, that's right. They are rebooting that.
When you said tomorrow, I was like, oh, is Andrew going to watch Scrubs too?
Yes. No.
Oh.
I mean, maybe. Probably not. Not that I dislike Scrubs. It was just one of those.
Yeah, it's fine.
I know you love that show. That's definitely one of your like, if like, maybe not to this extent, but there are certain things of my personality that are like, yep, this takes up a lot of my personality. I feel like Scrubs is one of those for you.
Not so much anymore, but I would say
formative
Bill
anyway.
Lawrence in general, because he also would go on to make Ted Lasso, which I fucking adore. Bill Lawrence has had a run in TV that is just fucking legendary. He did Spin City back in the 90s with Michael J. Fox. That was like his first show. I don't know if he was the creator of that, but he was like one of the lead writers for it.
Okay. And Jimmy says check out Shrinking.
Yes,
which looks
with Harrison
awesome.
Ford or whatever.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
Yeah. So exactly. So he did Spin City from 96 to 2002. Scrubs from 2001 to 2010. He did Cougar Town from 2009 to 2015.
Remember that
and
show.
Cougar Town is pretty funny, actually.
I've seen like a couple.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then after he did that, he does Ted Lasso, and after Ted Lasso, which is coming back again, he did Shrinking, which I've heard, like Jimmy said, nothing but good things about it. It's apparently phenomenal.
Yeah.
And now he's bringing back Scrubs as well. Like this man, just holy shit! Like the run of TV, and I don't know how popular Spin City was / is. Like it, how many seasons did it last?
I haven't heard of it.
Michael J. Fox is in it. Heather Locklear. Oh, Richard Kind is in it. Richard Kind is a good character actor.
Huh.
He's a really funny character actor. There's 6 seasons of Spin City. Like it ran for a good while.
Huh.
6 seasons of Spin City, 9 seasons, now 10 seasons of Scrubs. Cougar Town ran from 2009 to 2015, so that's at least 7 seasons. Well, that's 6 in years, but a lot of times it's like more than that. I don't know what the exact amount. There's over 100 episodes though. 6 seasons, sorry. 6 seasons of that. And then Ted Lasso, which only has 3, but is going to have a fourth one now. And the three, like they purposely did it on three. They told a story, completed the story, and then moved on. But then they found, I guess they're writing a new story, to like a new story arc to tell over however long it is. Like, it's fucking crazy the run of success this man has had.
That's wild. Yeah, Jimmy says Billy Law don't miss. That's wild. I didn't know they were all the same creator. I have to watch Ted Lasso. I've heard that was really good.
Ted Lasso is like hopium,
Yes,
it's just
which we need.
very there is. I will never forget this. This is how much do you care about spoilers?
Moderately, because I do plan on watching it eventually.
Okay, I won't say which episode this happens in, or let me hold on. Let me see. What does it say? No, it doesn't say. Okay, so he's an American football coach that goes over to London to manage a soccer team, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Here's a good thing. I won't say which characters this happens to. You will probably figure it out by the time you watch the first episode, but I don't want to spoil like the reveal in the first episode. There is a scene in the first season of Ted Lasso where a couple gets a divorce.
Okay.
And the way it's done, though, is that the way they show it is that they've been trying for a while, and there's a scene midway through the season where basically the one character goes up to the other, and they're always fighting, they're always bickering, and the partner's like, I'm trying so hard, and this character goes, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to be okay. You don't have to try anymore. Let's get a divorce. And literally says like, if me loving you could fix what you're feeling, I would do everything in my I'm paraphrasing, mind you, but the speech basically is it's a one-sided thing. Like, this character still loves their partner so much, but they realize their partner doesn't love them back. And they determine that the best act of love that they can show to their partner is to let them go.
Yeah.
Because this clearly isn't working. Like, it doesn't matter how much I want this to work if this person also doesn't want this to work. So they get a divorce. That's the initiation. But it's not like it's hunky dory. Like, there are things that happen throughout the rest of that first season in reaction to that, where this character is still struggling with it because they still love this person and they're trying to find ways to get over it while also having to go through a divorce and also doing all the other stuff that happens in the show. But the way they show it is just this beautiful thing of like allowing, like, not letting anger take over, but allowing yourself just to feel grief and sorrow at something lost.
Yeah.
And I understand not every relationship is going to end that amicably, but I know you from your personal experience.
I was like, yep, definitely not all of them.
I'm blown away by it. And what Jimmy's saying about Harrison Ford's work in Shrinking, I'm very curious about it. I need to watch that show too.
He says Shrinking is a trip of emotions wrapped in dark comedy. Harrison Ford's best work. Signed, a Star Wars nerd. I love that. That's why. That's a statement too, because I heard that's incredible.
Bill Lawrence doesn't fucking miss. He has not missed for the better part of 25 years.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. I'm sorry, almost 30, because basically 30, because Spin City started in '96. So he has been running successful shows. Like, Spin City is the least successful of his, maybe next to Cougar Town. But even then, they all of them ran 6 seasons, so they clearly weren't that unsuccessful.
Right. Yeah. And I have at least heard of, and I think I watched an episode or two of Cougar Town. When that came out, somebody I was dating was really into it, and I was like, that's pretty good. Not enough.
It's actually pretty funny. I liked what I've watched of it. I like quite a bit.
Oh, Jimmy says Spin City was hot back in the day. I had never heard of it. Billy Law.
Yeah. I haven't watched Spin City, but I like Michael J. Fox, obviously. I like Richard Kind. Richard
Doc.
Kind is so fucking funny.
Yeah. I don't know him either.
You would probably recognize him if you saw his face.
Okay.
He does a lot of character work. Like he'll have like one-off characters in like different shows, and he kind of goes, "Hello, Laverne, Cheryl." He kind of has like a more nasally, high-pitched. Like like for example, in Scrubs, he plays a character who's a hypochondriac, and he comes in, he's like, "Well, I brought all my medicine. I brought my own thermometer. I brought stuff like that." Like he's very. I can't even do it justice. He's like he's a great character actor, and he's really fucking funny. Like if you listen to him like on podcasts and stuff, he's really fucking funny.
Nice. Well,
Anyway, sorry. So I got off track there, but yeah, you were what you started before I went down the Billy Lawrence rabbit hole was something's happening tomorrow.
yes, right. So tomorrow is the 35th anniversary of a childhood favorite.
Scrubs.
Not Scrubs. Scrubs did not start in 1991.
Started 25 years ago. That's fucked up, but
That's wild. That is wild. That still feels like a relatively new show to me.
It ended in 2009.
I feel like I should have ended in 2009 from old age.
Almost ended 20 years ago. Sorry, but so in 1991, you said,
Yes.
35 years ago.
35 years ago, a little Hanna-Barbera cartoon started that I have had very vague memories of as a kid, storyline-wise, but Earth, world-building wise, and that amazing opening song, The Pirates of Dark Water. Have we talked about this?
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
Okay. So I got it on DVD recently, not knowing that it was the 35th anniversary this week. And I got it at the beginning of the year, like in January. I remember because we started watching it when I had my kidney stone, and it kept my mind off of it. It is incredibly animated. It's Hanna-Barbera, so like it's kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes you'll be like, wow, that was really weird, somebody's arm just clipped through that door, and then you'll be like, this is the best animation I've ever seen. Kind of like the old Transformers, or like sometimes Scooby-Doo can be either real wonky or like incredible, depending on who they outsource the animation to. You're like, oh, this was a Japanese one. But the world building is great, the characters are great. It's pirates, so it's you gotta find the 13 treasures of rule to stop the dark water from eating the whole planet, which dark water is basically like an ocean-sized venom symbiote. So it's kind of gross and gnarly, and it kills people. And so this, your main guy, your Prince Ren, of course he's a prince. He's got to find the treasures to save his kingdom, and whatever. The premise is not anything to write home about, but the performances, the art direction, there's such a the world feels so of itself. Like there are like a lot of fantasy media is like, this is just like, this could be Earth. It's just in a fantasy land that still could take place here. Darkwater like goes out of its way to remind you that you're on an alien world, and it's really cool. Performances are great. Peter Cullen's in it. Oh my God, Spies. Tim Curry is in it. And the main girl, Tula, who was that reignited an early childhood crush of mine. She's voiced by Jodie Benson, aka freaking
Ariel, and yeah.
So that was cool. The only thing, the worst thing about it, and you'll see when I post my review graphic for this, the only thing it has going against it is that it didn't finish. And that's been heartbreaking my whole life. So like I watched it as a kid. I was very young, loved it. Didn't remember a whole lot story wise, aside from, got to get the treasures, got to stop the dark water, high seas adventure and aliens and stuff. And Bloth. The main antagonist is this big evil man pirate captain named Bloth, which is the most evil bad guy sounding name ever. And then I started watching it again in like 20. When were we doing Pizza Tuesdays? Was that like
That was like late
2009?
late aughts, early 2010s.
yeah, yeah. Because
Probably
around
like
that
2009 to 2010 or so.
that's wild. And I remember because Justin had hacked his Wii and had a bunch of like old school games on it.
I mean, let's be real, man. We've all hacked our Wii's every now and
Yeah, hey, gotta be careful when you're hacking those Wii's. Um, and so there was two Pirates of Darkwater games that came out back in the day. One on the Super NES and one on the Genesis. He's still stuck on hacking his Wii.
I'm just picturing a Penis coffee now because it's hacking.
Oh God. Yeah,
That's so stupid.
he's gone.
It's 10:30 and I'm losing my goddamn
I was gonna
mind.
say, yeah. Get a hold of those nunchucks. Get that weird little condom thing.
What?
The little like silicone condom that came with the Wii mote to help,
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
help
yeah,
you grip it.
Okay.
Anyway, so I played that on Justin's emulator, and I was like, "Oh my God, I remember this cartoon show!" And then I fittingly sailed the high seas to find
Yarr!
to find the cartoon, and I watched a couple of them. This was like 2010 or 11, and then now I remembered it again. I was talking to the police about something, and I was like, "Oh my God, Pirates of Darkwater!" And so I got the DVD. It was like $20 on eBay, and it's only like 21 episodes, I think, something like that, 23, and it just ends. Like there's just a point where it's like, yep, you're expecting another episode. There's no conclusion whatsoever. It just ends. Like you're expecting the next episode, or even to be like, the original Inuyasha ending before they finished it, where they're like, I guess we'll find the Shikon jewel shards and beat Naraku someday, and they stare off into the the sunset. It wasn't even like that. It's just like, cool, that was a great episode. What's the next one? Oh, nothing. So I'm just hoping. I know Hanna-Barbera. I know you're watching the stream. If you could find it in your hearts to reboot or finish in the medium of a comic or something, finish Pirates of Darkwater. Come on. It's the 35th anniversary. I can't think of anything else I want for my 35th anniversary.
Of the Pirates of Dark
Of the show coming out.
Hanna-Barbera be Hanna Reboot Bera. Come on.
I need this to happen. And I don't think like the chances are zero. I don't even think they're super, super low, because just in the past year, we've seen comic resurgences for like some of my favorite 90s cartoon weird obscure shows like Street Sharks and Cowboys of Moo Mesa and Biker Mice from Mars, all of the not Ninja Turtles anthropomorphic animation cartoon shows that I think it could be done with Pirates of Darkwater. Like a comic, like just a couple more issue comic. Come on. Or just reboot it. Get the She-Ra team to reboot it.
Yeah.
Put that on shit on Netflix. That would do gangbusters right now. It still holds up. Like 35 years later, the animation, the writing, the characterizations, there's character arcs and growth, and the action is cool, the music is great. Like it's solid. It just ends though, and it's like, oh, what a stumbled through the finish line. Anyway, those are all the things that I have experienced in the past 2 weeks. I have one final thing for you.
Yes.
It is he said yes. He already agreed. It is a proposal. And I would encourage / challenge you to maybe not to think about your answer before you answer.
Okay.
Do you remember the concept that I brought up to you sometime before this year started that I haven't brought up to you since, unfortunately? The idea of the quarterly quests.
I do remember this idea.
Okay. For those who don't remember, much like Josh was just talking about the pledge games, or things that we have done before where I watched Bluey and you watched Arcane. I wanted to do that again because that was some of the funnest content I think that we have made, and I really enjoyed watching Bluey, and I enjoyed hearing your reaction to Arcane.
Not enough to keep watching it.
I know, which makes me sad because it's so good.
You just watch it. You don't have to wait for me.
No, I know. No, I want you to finish Arcane.
Oh, yes.
Wow, very nice. That's not what I was proposing, though. I just in general
watching it right now.
I just in general want you to do that. So the first quarter of 2026 is almost over. That would be March.
March
or no, April. What am I saying? A quarter.
The beginning of April. Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel about giving each other recommendations for the end of this quarter? Not long form, because the idea was like, okay, you have 4 months. If it's something like a video game, you could do that. Yeah, it's a lot more time to do something like that in 4 months, or a season of a show or something. We're already almost through February, so like, how about we stick to movies? Do you feel?
I think I could commit. I could commit to watching a movie between now and the end of March. So
okay.
Yes.
How about 2 movies?
Let's stick with one. Like one each. Like we both recommend one each. Just because in the coming weeks, I still have to beat The Saboteur. I have to beat Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I have to start playing Horizon Forbidden West because it's a long game. I have to do editing for all my shows. I have to watch the next Muppet movie. What's the next one we're doing? We're doing Muppet Babies is our next one that we have to record. So I have to watch some Muppet Babies, like the original Muppet Babies.
That's wild.
Know what I did? I forgot to say, because the episode's not out yet. We just recorded it. I watched The Dark Crystal for the first time.
Right, you were talking about that last time.
Yeah, that was fucking dope. That was great.
That's a really good movie. I love that movie. I need to watch it again. I think I've only seen it once.
I really, really liked it.
Yeah,
really thoroughly enjoyed it. I was very surprised because the first time I tried to watch it, I didn't give it enough of a fair shake. I think it was literally like I put it on and then I fell asleep during the opening credits, and I'm like, well, I was like, this is going slower than I thought it was going to be. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't get far into it at all, and I'm like, I don't know. I just must have been extra tired that day.
Yeah,
I don't know, but watched it for the show. Recorded in like a 2-hour podcast on it. It was fucking awesome. I loved that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again because I watched it in probably like 2007 or something, which was like relatively late to the party, but still, yeah, I loved it. I love the vibes. I still find myself to this day going,
that fucking the Chamberlain.
Yeah.
God damn, I ranted about it on the episode. He annoys the fuck out of me.
That's so funny.
God, I hate him. Hate him so much. That
Or-
stupid sound effect.
Or I'll squat down and I'll go, don't know. Look like Gelfling. Maybe are Gelfling.
And
Don't
so
know.
I am. So you were going to try to do 2 movies. Why were you originally thinking 2 movies though? Because I can be swayed,
Okay.
depending on what it is. But off the top of my head, knowing my schedule, I'm afraid I wouldn't have time. But
Okay.
Depending on what it is, we'll see.
Well, let me attempt to sway you then. The only reason is because it's 2 movies. I really liked the first one, and
Karas 1 and 2.
Karas 1 and 2. God. Yeah. I liked the first one a lot, and I adored. And the second one was my favorite.
Oh,
movie.
is it the movies you were telling me about before? It starts with a G. Maybe not. No, Riza. No, well, you did graphics for it.
Yes,
It was one of your top 10 experiences.
yes, Neja.
Neja. Why did
I would love for you to watch the two Neja movies. They're kids movies, so like they might be short. I mean, they're probably like an hour and a half. Um, I don't think they're super long, but I really want you to experience the second movie, and obviously you got to watch the first one first. It's a direct sequel. The first one is great too on its own. Um, so yeah, if you think you can do two movies, like um they are kids movies, but I got so much out of them that it just they're such cool experiences. Um,
Mm.
I have another option for a singular movie that was like my third favorite movie of last year, but is also equally. I feel like a lot of people didn't see this one either. Uh, but I think you. Well, I don't know which one you would like more.
what's the single movie option?
I I might hold on to it for another
Okay.
time. If
Um,
you think you can watch two movies by the end of what is it, April? Wait, because the end of the first quarter would be
The end of the first quarter would be the end of March / the beginning of April, because
right.
it's every 3
End
months.
of March, 3 months, not 4 months. Yeah. So the end, if by the end of March, if you think you could watch two movies, which I think is doable, but you know, I don't have a
Should
kid.
be. It just depends on like because I can't always watch during the. It is I when I watch a movie, I literally have to set aside a night to do it. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
I have to block out a night to watch a movie when
Yeah.
um
Can you think of like a set of two movies that you would?
no. That's the other problem. I don't
Well, it doesn't have to
like
be like sequels. It can be like if there are two one-off movies that you've been really wanting me to see.
I don't know what I've been wanting you to see. There's not like I can't think of anything like that. I let me think on it because you even said like I'm not going to say no. I think I'll have an answer for you this week before the next Talk Tuesday,
Word.
and then we can talk. Then we can maybe announce on Talk Tuesday the movies we're swapping, movie or movies. Let me think on it. Let me think on it.
Okay.
I can promise you one. I can promise you one movie.
Okay.
I can absolutely do that. I will let you know over the next day or so if I can do two, if I'm feeling up for two or not. I think I want to lean towards two only because I, based off our conversation 2 weeks ago and something recently, I've something that I don't like about myself is that when people recommend things to me, it's almost like an instinctive reaction of like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't like that reaction. I know I have it and I don't like it.
Yeah. I almost
So-
brought this up again when we were talking about this specifically earlier today.
Wait, what? When earlier today?
When you
What
were
we
talking about you wanted to like experience more things that people recommend. Like you asked your wife
Yes,
to
yeah.
recommend you the book.
Part of it is just like Neja is what did you call it? Like it just doesn't look that appealing to me. Like I'm in general I'm not in the mood for like a kids movie, and not to say that's not to use derogatorily. It's just
Yeah.
I can almost consider it a genre. I'm just not necessarily in the mood for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know when I'm in the mood for anything. So it's like sometimes I think I just need to push myself to watch something, even if I don't feel like it. Because usually when that's the case and if it ends up being good, that's when I'm like, oh my God, this fucking rules. And because it subverts all my expectations.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's helpful to go in with a negative perception.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say
Not
first.
negative, but like a
Yeah.
disinterested perception.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that it's about as much of a kids movie as something like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like it goes
Okay.
places more that it goes further than you would expect in a lot of places. Plus, it's also a non-Western media, so seeing how they handle their kids movies, kids movies. It's a all ages film. There
Is
is
it on Netflix?
Yes, I think they both are. I know the first one is. We watched the first one on Netflix. And I would recommend, I don't know if the first one was dubbed, but they're definitely better in Chinese. The dub of the second one it was fine, but it left a lot to be desired. the
Okay.
the subcast is the original cast is really good.
I will give you an answer tomorrow.
Okay.
Or not tomorrow for sure, but I genuinely don't know what two movies I would ask you to watch. Like I can't think of anything that I'm like I really like the first things off the top of my mind are like two James Bond movies, but I'm not like dying to hear your opinions on James Bond movies. My expectation, like I would assume they're going to either be that was fun but stupid or that was awful.
Yeah.
Like for the ones I would pick. So like none of that. Like I don't know. There's nothing. I can't think of anything that's like.
Well,
That's I don't know.
I would also say like you can be a little more flexible on the time for me. Like I said, I don't have a kid. I have a lot of work right now though. So like obviously I wouldn't say like, yeah, I'll do a 60-hour RPG if you watch these two movies, but
No,
you can
I'm
be a
not
little
gonna
more
do
flexible on time, and it doesn't have to be movies. If there's a game that's like a 5-6 hour game or something that's short that you want to recommend me, I'll totally do that.
Celeste.
Oh shit. Okay.
Let
Is
me
that a
think
short
on
game?
it. Yeah, it's short. It's like you could beat it in like 2 to 4 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Oh, I
It's
didn't-
hard, but it's short.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a long game.
I will play Celeste pending.
Maybe 6 hours. I don't know. It's under 10 for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down.
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
let me.
let me know for sure, and then we'll announce our whatever the plan is next Talk Tuesday.
Apparently Celeste, according to How Long to Beat, is on average 12 and a half hours. So my
Okay.
bad.
That's
I
a bit
was
longer.
way fucking off.
That's a bit longer than
I don't really,
that's about what I
That's a
thought.
little more than 2 hours.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it's too, it's super short. Okay. Well, think about it. Something I would say within like the 4 to 8 hour range, maybe 4 to 6. Whether
I'll
that's
let you know.
a couple of movies yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, we can talk about
something
it
that,
off.
just because since you brought up Neja, and it reminded me of this. Did you see on the State of Play the game Beast of Reincarnation?
Oh, the not Pokemon Game Freak game.
No, that's not Game Freak. At least I don't think.
Are
Hold
you
on.
sure?
I don't think it is. Hold on. Is it?
They are. Game Freak is making like an action RPG that they showed at the Game Awards. I don't know if that was the one though.
No, you're right. That is Game Freak.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It looks
the
sick.
reason I brought that up. So I did not know this, but hold on, let me just double check on this too. It is so wild to see Game Freak doing this because they're so like
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time they did something like
It's been like 30
this.
years since they did anything non-Pokemon. Nintendo finally like unchained them from the radiator in the basement of their headquarters and let
Right?
them do something on their own.
If I'm correct in what I'll have to rewatch the trailer, but I'm pretty sure it's the Beast of Reincarnation. It's based off of an epic fantasy novel series by a Korean author called Lee Young-do. I don't know if I pronounced his last name correct. Young-do. It's spelled Youngdo. I'm assuming it's not Young-do, or maybe Young-do. I'm not sure. But he is, according to like the overview when you look it up, the novel series, he's the J.R.R. Tolkien of South Korea.
Yo, what?
And his series is called The Bird That Drinks Tears.
Whoa. Okay.
And it, hold on, you know what? Let me look it up. The bird. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I remember something from the latest trailer they put out that had something to do with drinking tears. Or maybe I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah, The Bird That Drinks Tears is a series of epic high fantasy novels by the South Korean author Lee Young-do, however you pronounce it. First published in 2003. The series is set in a world inhabited by four major races: humans, the powerful bird-like Rekon (Rekon), the flame-wielding Tokebi, and the reptilian Naga, who relinquish their hearts for immortality, allowing them to dominate the southern half of the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, this looks fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
So the first book is called what is it? Is this what it is? Book one, the Naga who extract their hearts. Book two, Recon who pursue their desire. Book three, Tokebi who play their fire. And book four is humans who seek their king. This sounds fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like just these titles, just like I know nothing about it. And then he apparently published a sequel called The Bird That Drinks Blood, which takes place 50 years after the events of The Bird That Drinks Tears.
And this is what Beast of Reincarnation is based off of?
I believe so.
That's sick.
I'm gonna double check. Dude, there's like the Wikipedia article has like deities and shit like that. Hold on. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not. It's Project Windless is the name of the. It was the name of the concept that was announced. Project Windless. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And it's developed by a group of former Ubisoft developers. So yeah, I completely missed that. Project Windless by Krafton is the Krafton. I think is the development studio. It looks fucking dope though. If you see, it looks a little bit from what I saw. It looked a little bit like Dynasty Warriors. Sort of.
Oh wait, was that the one with the big
With the
Foghorn
chicken.
Leghorn guy?
Yeah,
I say, boy, he's sending his armies to fight me. I say, I'm a fry him all deep fried Kentucky Fried Chicken style. Yeah, I was doing that voice through the whole trailer.
yeah. I'm like, once I saw like this is based off the fantasy novel, The Bird That Drinks Tears. I'm like,
Yes.
what the fuck is that? And I looked it up and I went, holy shit, this sounds dope.
Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. Did you see anything for that game Orbitals?
Yo, yeah, the 1980s anime style type of thing.
It looks sick.
Yeah.
I was worried that I wouldn't be able to play it because I don't have a Switch 2. But then I have a local friend who has one, and he was like, actually, it's cross-play and there's game share. So if he had the game, I could play with him on my Switch 1, which is cool. I was like, I love when they do stuff like that. My sister just got a Switch 2. I'm so jealous.
Dude, same.
I have too many things to play, though. Anyway, yeah. So
I
everything.
will think on it, and I can let you know.
Yeah, and I will say everything that you said that sounded cool about this Bird That Drinks Tears project sounds very Nesha. Like it's Chinese deities and like clashes, heaven and earth clashes, and like
I
super
do
sick.
think, especially since I'm into fantasy right now, I feel like it would be very up my alley.
Yeah.
I will let you know. I can guarantee at least one movie. I will, if I can do two, I will try to come up with two or something comparable, but I'll brainstorm on it.
Yeah. Well, I think that should about do it for this week, unless you have anything else you want to share or plug or words of wisdom to impart.
I will just pray that I don't hate Dark Souls as much in the next year.
God, please relinquish me of my hate for Dark Souls.
It is exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. It is like I genuinely don't like how much I dislike it. It's not fun.
I know, but you, we'll get back into the rehashing. Oh, you disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I noticed that. I don't know what happened.
It's because I tabbed out of it, but when I tab back, you're still gone. There we go. Okay, you're back. Yes.
No, I won't go into it. I promise.
No, it's okay. Yeah, we can call it for tonight. I was going to bring something else up, but I'll hold it for next time. Yeah. That'll be it. I tabbed out to see who is streaming. It looks like Drew is on, and we got some people in chat that I will take you guys over to Drew the Damager. Oh, who I mentioned off stream
Ask how he's doing because they just got 33 inches of snow or some shit.
Talk about a bang bang into your driveway.
Bang, bang into your home. A bunch of fucking 3 feet of snow. Yeah, that's almost 3 feet of snow. He was like, it's a state of emergency up here. He's up in Boston. He's up in Boston, kid. It's more snow than you ever seen before, kid.
Fucking wild, man.
Yeah. So I'll send y'all over there. In the meantime, thank you, Josh. Wow, how regal of you. Yes.
I can't see your reaction. So I thought when you went quiet, I thought you were like just showing something. I was so confused.
Oh no, I just said thank you. Thanks for your time. Thank you everyone who hung out in chat, especially Jimmy Doom. Cheers, homies, he says. Thank you guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Drink more water. Go to therapy. And listen to Clowncore. Or Angine de Poitrine and or Glass Beams. And or Top House
you
for
mean
Josh.
Penis Face and Glass Beams.
Yes, please listen to Penis Face.
It was so unsettling. It's just flopping all over the place.
Would it be better? Because the other one's nose is erect. Did you like that one's
I'd rather
nose better?
have that because it looks like Pinocchio versus I'd rather have a rock hard cock than a flaccid dick.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, who wouldn't? If mine could only ever be hard or soft, I would pick hard because... Clip that. Jimmy says clip that. I mean, we're nothing if not consistent. We're starting and ending on the exact same notes. So that's what you get. Anyway, everyone go the hell to sleep. Goodbye.
Woo.